Welcome to RPG Reanimators and another episode of It's Alive. This evening, we are going to be playing Deliver Us from Evil, a 1970s Call of Cthulhu scenario written by Keeper Doc and Alex Giat and can be found on the Miskatonic Repository. And I'm sorry, Alex, if I said your name wrong. That's my Louisiana spin on pronouncing last names. So the year is 1972, and Ted, you have organized this grand river trip. You and your friends and your niece are gathered in Washington State's Olympic Peninsula, and you are, a weekend with the guys plus one. So we're gonna start at the diner. You guys are at this greasy diner. Ted, you've got the map spread out in front of you. I've put the map in chat. Let's start with what do you look like and what are you doing at this diner?
So Ted has cleared away some of the food. Maybe the map has a new ketchup stain on it a little bit, as I wasn't that gentle in terms of clearing it. And Ted looks good for everyone else. Between Donnie and Larry, it's been a while since we have gotten together. So I've been pushing to try to make this camping trip, kind of bring the gang back together again. And just try to remember the good times and make something positive. I'll talk a lot about my successful contracting business, and things are great. It's great. It's great. It's just going to be his catchphrase most of the time now. In decent shape, but you can tell that his flannels are fitting a little bit tighter, maybe than the last time you saw him, and he tries to pull his shirt out and hide his beer gut just a bit. Then laying out this map. So riding out here. So, all right, we're going to start up at the head of the river right up here. And then are we going to canoe? Did you get the canoe or are we just going to hike it the whole way? Who got the canoe? Larry?
Well, no, I don't think so. No. But I got us all a good insurance package. If anything happens,
Good. Maybe we can just, sail down river on those, make a raft out of them, right?
I'll assume somebody brought canoes.
Uncle Ted, didn't we leave it at the campsite? The first
That's
place?
right. Yep, that's right, Margot. You always pay attention to details, and that's why we brought you along. Also, just kind of reconnecting you to nature as well. Because I don't know how to do this in character. Let's just say, what do you look like to describe yourself? I'm also from Texas now because I'm leaning on my private contractor roots.
What do you look like, my niece?
I got pepper in my eye. I can't see. Margot, can you refresh me on your appearance?
Yeah, Uncle Ted. My name's Margot. I'm your niece, and I have long, wavy brown hair. I'm going into my junior year of high school. I'm 16, so I think that's
right.
Junior year. And I'm on the swimming team, and I run cross country, and I'm super excited for this trip because I'm a big kid now, and I can do adult things, and I am independent, and I don't need any help from adults.
And what's Margot doing at this table?
She's probably, okay, so this is 72.
Mm-hmm.
She pulls up her pet rock out from her backpack and she's probably like working on some like macrame stuff.
Okay. What's the pet rock's name? Just for my own awareness.
Aldo
the pet rock. has a dex of 0 for when the time is appropriate.
Except when he's thrown.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Donnie.
Yeah, I am Donnie Shows. I am a talent agent I currently live in Los Angeles, and I represent a number of up-and-coming musical acts in the greater Los Angeles area.
You're the guy that brought the guitar on the boys' trip.
I've got the guitar, I've got the weed, I am prepared.
Donnie, you're ready to kumbaya? Got
it. Yes, I am. We'll sing Leonard Cohen songs all the way down the river.
Oh, God. Larry, what about you?
Yeah. I mean, I am an insurance salesman, as you know, early 30s. And I fought my wife tooth and nail that I got this weekend. And I have to be home Sunday, 8 p.m. sharp.
Very well. So what is Larry and Donnie? Sorry, I forgot about you, Donnie. What are Larry and Donnie doing at the table?
Trying not to stain his clothing mostly because that will lead to unwelcome questions.
You just have like a ton of napkins like tucked into the
Yeah,
shirt to make like a
especially
bib.
when he's
Yeah.
doing refurnishing of the diner to put out the map.
Okay.
Yeah, Donnie's just kind of like looking at the map, trying to figure out how long we're going to be on this trip. You know.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you have the map here. You guys have split your cars. You are taking Ted's truck. Donnie and Ted, you're riding together in Ted's truck, and Larry and Margot are riding in Larry's very dependable station wagon for the
Very
insurance
sensible.
guy. I need Ted and Donnie to make D10 rolls for me.
2.
That's a 5.
All right. So, you've planned everything out. You get in your separate cars. You know where to meet at the river's head. Margot and Larry, you guys get there first, and you're packing in the canoe, getting things ready, getting out, getting it into the water. Ted and Donnie are slowly come up behind. This scenario is kind of told in flashbacks as well. So sometimes things won't necessarily make a ton of sense, and then we'll flashback and things will become more clear. So Donnie and Ted, you get out of the car. Donnie is sporting a black eye, and Ted is kind of holding his hand gingerly and maybe wrapping it with some fabric as if to cradle like a fracture on a knuckle or something like that. You guys are a little slow going getting the canoe in the water. And with that, we're going to flash back to Donnie and Ted pulling the truck to the side of a remote dirt road on the edge of the Lost Valley. 2 rough-cut buildings flank the disused byway. At first glance, it looks abandoned, but a worn sandwich board sign reading open suggests otherwise. Faded, mud-splattered signs read saloon and supplies. Rusted old pickup trucks and abandoned logging equipment litter the forest's edge. Beyond the mangy dogs fighting over something dead, you could make out a few rickety wooden shacks through the pines. Navigating the potholes and debris, you step into the nameless saloon's porch in search of a drink. So inside of this saloon, it's dark, dank, musty. Broken bottles and rusted oil cans, cigarette butts kind of just littered the front porch. The windows are grimy and dirt smeared. You can see inside there's a few tables in a bar. Inside of the bar, you get this sweat, alcohol, ammonia, like just hanging heavy in the air. And it's almost like a record scratches when you walk in, and all the locals just kind of turn and look at you, and they don't look particularly friendly. There's a couple of guys at a table wearing like loggers uniforms. There's a couple guys at a table wearing camo. There's a stage kind of with a guitar and a mandolin just kind of sitting there in front of a mic. And then there's the bar. What do you guys want to do?
Looking at the crowd, looking back at me as standing in the front, be like, fella, can a fella get something cold to drink around here?
They all kind of turn away from you, and you can hear one of the hunters just kind of grumble under his breath. Fuck off back to Seattle, pricks. They're all drinking from like mason jars. And it's a drink you can't clearly see. someone walks back from the back room, an older gentleman, big bushy mountain man beard and kind of the attire to match, and he's polishing a glass, a mason jar, and he just stares at you. Help you?
My friend and I were just on the road and thought we'd stop in and get a drink. Don't know about, I just kind of gesture my hand over to the hunter guy, but mind if we take a seat?
Are you gesturing to sit at the bar or at the
Yes,
table with the
sitting
hunters?
at the bar
Okay.
with the bartender.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of gestures to the stools. He picks up some big jugs. It looks very much like moonshine jugs, pours red liquid from it into a mason jars and just slides it right in front of you and says, "That's what's on tap."
Well, it's liquid. Raise it up.
Are you gonna like little sip, big chug?
I'll take like a modest sip, I think,
Okay.
like enough to show that I'm not just some pansy ass city boy, but enough to show that I'm participating with what
Sure.
the bartender's dishing out.
Donnie, what about you?
Con?
I'm gonna smell it first, and
Okay,
and
yeah.
if I can tolerate it, I'll take a sip of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it smells quite strong, and it smells kind of metallic-y. Your sip of it, and Ted, the same with you with your kind of modest sip. It's cold, tangy, metallic-y, a very potent alcohol, whatever is in it. That does definitely discourage rapid consumption. But you feel a little relaxed now, and you can kind of feel the tension in the room lower a bit as people kind of stop staring at you so aggressively and just kind of go back to what they're doing. I'd like for you both to make a spot hidden roll for me, or a psychology roll, actually, your choice.
55 or 10. What am I gonna do? Holy cow, 53 under 55 for spot hidden.
Okay. I did a psychology roll.
Mhm.
I got a 6, which is extreme.
Ooh, excellent. So, Ted, what you notice is you didn't see him before. There is an old man, like old, craggly face, so many wrinkles, just shocking white hair and beard, sitting in a very dark corner, and he's whittling away at something. And he's kind of rocking a large old-fashioned baby buggy, too. The psychology roll, Donnie, you get the sense that people here feel more at ease now that you're drinking with them. The tension was high before. They definitely regarded you as outsiders, but there's kind of a relaxed mellowness to it now. What do you guys want to do?
Probably trying to suppress a cough a little bit. Let me take my straw out. I won't drink moonshine with a straw, at least. But kind of a not bad. So, how's business?
You're talking to Donnie or the barkeep?
bartender.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's kind of polishing the tabletop, and he's like, "Well, we don't get much folks around here, but he does provide. He does provide." You just wiping the tabletop.
Right on, right on. So, for the GM, is this on mine and Donnie's way to the campsite, or is this a flashback further back?
So yeah, sorry, I should have been clear. You guys ate breakfast at the diner, and then you had to drive a couple of hours to get to the start of the river. So where it says river start on your map is kind of you were on your way there, but you stopped for supplies, a drink.
Perfect. I didn't know if this was like back in the 60s or something.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
So, Donnie shows, huh?
Yeah. it's good. I got a good gig. I'm manager of some bands. It's great.
Yeah. I'm glad things seem to be working out for you. It's we parents always said that that was just making a bunch of racket when it came to our old garage band, but yeah, yeah.
Well, there's still several bands out there that sound like that. That sound like they come out of a garage and should probably go back to the garage. But yeah, but I'm really sorry that it's taken so long for me to carve out some time to do this trip. It's just, with bands and everything, you're always on the road, traveling and things like that. So
Yeah, I get it. I get it. We're not kids anymore.
yeah,
We've got lives and responsibilities. I'm glad we at least were able to get this settled,
yeah, yeah. I think it's good. I think it's good for us to get back together uh, and reminisce a little bit. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the trip.
Yeah.
Have you been down this river before?
Uh nope. I, kind of did the old dart in a phone book routine. Just kind of wanted to get something familiar, but I let's see. Oh, hang on a second. This alcohol is suddenly jogging my memory. Uh, I don't think I've actually gone down this river before, but I've got a cabin over on Lake Crescent. So I thought that that might be a good place for us to kind of go on a trip and gear over towards it. We can have a solid destination.
Oh, okay. So we're heading back to the old cabin then. Oh,
Yeah. Well, not that one, but another one. It's a nice place, bit of a fixer upper.
okay, okay. Yeah. Well, it'll be good. It'll be fine. We'll have a good time. I've brought some things with me and a guitar and whatnot, and we'll have a good time. Yeah.
I'm going to smash cut a little bit forward now. So Margot and Larry, you're loading the canoe into the river. You see Donnie and Ted pull up a little bit later than you were expecting them. And yeah, Ted has got the his hand wrapped up. Donnie's got a nice shiner. Um, and they, unload the canoes. So some locals met you here. Ted, you kind of made contact with somebody, said you'd pay him off to drive the truck and the station wagon down to the terminus. And we'll say they brought the canoes with them too. They're from the area. Um, I would like Ted and Margot to make spot hidden.
There's a 57 over 55, so negative.
Nope, I didn't get it either.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine. I'll spend 2 luck. I only have 45, so I'm trying to be parsimonious.
The two gentlemen that meet you there and hand off the canoes and kind of, do you need help figuring this one out? City boys, do you need, you take the paddle and you kind of do like this, okay? And you both have to do the same direction, otherwise you'll just go in circles. They're a little condescending, but something you do notice, Ted, as they're talking to you, is they both have the same startling shade of green eyes that Margot has. Beautiful eyes, really. But unusual, because you've never met anyone before with eyes like Margot.
Mhm. I think I might notice that, but I'm more taking umbrage at the patronizing
Oh, yeah,
in the moment. I'm like, yeah, I got it, bud. Thanks. Not my first rodeo,
Okay. Sure thing, buddy. Margot,
Well,
Larry,
actually,
go ahead.
this is kind of my first rodeo, so if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, yeah, look, you hold it in your hands. Nope, change your grip. You want one hand up here at the top, one hand, yep, there you go. And you're gonna paddle just like this. There you go. There you go, champ. I think
Okay.
he's got it, Bill. I think he's got it.
Okay.
What about you, little girl? Do you need some need a little lessons?
No, I've done this before with Uncle Ted. He has a cabin around here.
And they kind of like regard you maybe a little differently. Very well. Okay, so they're gonna take off. You guys get those canoes in the water. Larry, Margot, are you wearing life jackets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume Larry would for
You
sure.
look like a coward? Hell no. Do I
I have
have
one with
swim?
me.
Also, hell no.
I do have a question. You said that the bandage and the black eye, those are new, right?
Yes, those are new.
Okay, I'm not letting that one go. Like, okay,
Sure.
first of all, classic Uncle Ted, always late. But what happened to you guys?
Larry just looks.
It's a long story.
As Ted says, bit of a long story. The like in your mind, the sounds of like a barroom brawl kind of flash in your mind, and the breaking of wood and the shouting of angry drunks.
All right, keep your secrets.
So you all get the canoes into the river. The men drive the vehicles away. I'm sure Larry, it kind of pains you to see a stranger take your keys from you and get behind the wheel of your car, and they are
Your
not
car is not
insured. Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
If anything happens, it's your money, man.
Your
Just saying.
registration's expired.
The water is very similar to what we're seeing here in our background, so it's not very calm. It's pretty rough waters. So I need Margot and Larry. We're going to say you guys get in the water first, as Ted and Donnie kind of struggle with their injuries. I need one of you to make me either a hard dex or a pilot boat roll, and then the other person can make a strength roll.
Okay.
I'm definitely more the hard dex type.
Okay. Yeah, my dex is better than my piloting.
My
Maybe I'll-
Cthulhu mythos is roughly on the level of my piloting.
This is for paddling and not
Paddling the
getting
canoe. Yeah. You're getting in the water. You're going to start.
Margot's gonna give it a try. She's very eager.
Okay. So
Okay.
that Larry, you can make a strength roll. This is both of you are going to be making rolls.
Yeah. Uncle Ted, you didn't tell me it was gonna be like this, but I got a 39 under 65.
Excellent.
I believe in you,
Extreme
pumpkin.
success.
It's an extreme success. Excellent.
It's an 05.
Ted, they get in that water and it's like Margot was born to paddle this river. And Larry, shockingly as well, he is like the king of the river. He's, he took those lessons to heart and he's really getting at it. And Margot, she's like this way. No, go left. Look, that rapid there. That looks a little bit calmer right there. So yeah, they look like they were made to be on the river.
Larry is slavishly just doing the movement he was told, but he's doing it correctly.
Left and right and left and right and left. Yep, you're just yep. I love it. And Ted
Larry,
and
you've done
Donnie.
this before.
Same for you two. One of you should make
hard,
either a hard dex or pilot boat roll, and then the other can make a regular strength roll.
Those things are death machines. I would never go in here unless Ted asked.
I'm gonna sort of elbow Donnie in the ribs. You're like, well, hell, we can't let them make us look bad, huh?
No, we've got to show them up. This is embarrassing.
Do you want to be in the front or the back?
I'm not much of a pilot.
All right.
Larry is very good to see with his bright orange lifesaver and the
Okay.
refractory things.
That's regular success on pilot canoe, 28
All right.
under 45.
That's all you need. Donnie?
Donnie, just, yeah, no.
Not happening? All right,
Not
give me
happening.
a D10. Give me a D10, Donnie.
1.
Okay. So, you're out there, you're paddling, and Ted, goddamn it feels like you were doing all the freaking work. And Donnie's just like, he's kind of like half-assing
Come on,
it a
don't
little
be
bit.
scared. Get in there. Fuck.
And with his kind of cajoling, you're like, okay. And then you start really putting your back into it, but then you can feel like you're what, in your 30s at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fear that all of us in our 30s understand, where you feel like something just tear in your shoulder and you're like, oh no, my body has never done that before.
Is this it?
And, yeah. Is this the end? As you can feel like something just tearing in your shoulder. And once again, Ted, who you may not have even noticed, you're like, you can feel him slacking, and all of a sudden it's like his movements are really like soft, and like he's moving his arm very tenderly.
God damn, man.
We're gonna snap back over to the saloon. So you're
Mhm.
sitting there at the saloon, at the bar. What do you guys want to do? You can hear two loggers they start talking to the hunters. And one of the hunters calls out and is like, yeah, how'd that you two went over to the that old logging site, right? Down by the Lost River? Yeah, spent, useless, nothing much there, waste of time. And they're like, you're kind of grunting at each other a little bit.
I'm going to ask the bartender
Mhm.
if it would be okay if I could play a few songs on the stage.
And he just gestures. Stage is all yours, Hollywood.
Thank you. I'm going to take my gasoline and head over to the.
Oh, I was like,
thought you
wait,
meant
what? Are you
literally
burning this
gasoline.
down?
I was like, oh, here we go.
I'm burning this bitch down.
Whatever with this gasoline that he gave me to drink, I'm going to take it over and see if I can pick a few tunes on this mandolin that's hanging there.
Make a art craft music roll for me.
All right. 90. It's not going to make it.
All right. So as you do that, as you're like plucking the mandolin, the old man that was carving wood comes up with the buggy, and he just points to that mandolin and he says, hey, that's his. And he points in the buggy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you hand it over?
Yes.
Okay. A small, like, clawed hand reaches out of the dark depths of the buggy and snatches it from you. And then plays a tune. And then he pauses, like he's waiting for you.
I imagine my actual guitar is in the car. Or
There's
a
guitar up here too. There's a mandolin and a guitar.
Mm-hmm. I will try to play the response.
Okay. Yeah, give me a roll.
Okay.
Just another craft music roll.
Okay. This time, hard success, 14 under 60.
Okay. You're jamming. You're kind of like showing up this mandolin playing baby. You're rocking on this guitar. Give me one more roll.
Okay.
And you have a bit of a call and response back. He plays, you play.
Yeah. I don't do so well this time round. Kind of fail that a little bit. It's been a while since I've played dueling banjos.
With a baby.
Yeah,
With a baby.
Okay, so you hit the riff in dueling banjos. Give me one more roll.
No.
Okay, so you're like, nah, nah, nah. Yeah, you're not hitting it, and baby like shows you up, and the people in the bar all of a sudden like stand up from their tables, and the chairs kind of clatter to the ground, and they're like, quit playing that dog shit and let baby play. And that's when like violence completely erupts all around you, and like they're punching each other. They're like, and the two hunters are like running to the stage toward you, Donnie. Ted, what are you doing?
About the time that they start cajoling with Donnie up on the stage, telling him like, get the fuck down. I'm already standing up and getting ready to bellow, be like, all right, shut that shit down. And like ushering for Donnie to come up. They start fighting, and I imagine the words get sort of caught in my throat. But I see those two coming after him. I'm going to take my jar of gasoline. I'm going to chuck it right at the hunters that are trying to run up on Donnie to distract them a bit. And I'm going to say, Donnie, it's time to go. Roll throw. 35. Okay. That's a 19.
Ooh. So you like splash one of them with the gasoline. They're like, damn it.
Oh no,
Donnie,
I threw
what
the
are you
whole
doing?
ass jar.
Oh, the jar. Oh, so you like smash it at him. I got you. Yeah. Donnie, what are you doing?
Well, I have a guitar, and so I'm going to El Kabong
Hit
these
the baby.
guys with this guitar.
Okay. We'll call that fighting brawl, I suppose.
Okay.
No, I don't think guitar is listed as a weapon in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, that is a hard success.
Ooh, excellent.
Yep.
All right, we'll say it's a D4, and then your strength, your damage bonus.
Okay, I don't have a damage bonus, so 1.
And are you swinging at someone that came up to you, the old man, the baby carriage?
No, not the baby carriage or the old man. I
the
think
baby
you
kind of showed
two...
you up. Are you sure? You're not spiteful?
Are you gonna let him get away with that?
I know when I'm outdone. No, I think you described 2 guys coming at me.
Yeah.
And that's who I'm going after.
Okay, so yeah, Ted hit one with the jar, and you hit the other with the with the guitar. How much damage did you do?
1.
Okay. Yeah, so you like get him real good on the head, and it's like it's all out now. The loggers are in the fray. Everything else, they're gonna take swings. Ted, you earn your black eye. Not Ted, sorry, Donnie. You earn the black eye as one of them just like socks you right in the face. And then Ted, one of them kind of comes at you like little boxing moves and goes toe to toe with you. And so you're both going to take, let's see, Ted, you're going to take 3 damage as the two of you kind of fight and grapple it out, and you get like a boxer's fracture on your finger. Donnie, you just take the 1 as you get that black eye right in the face. The bartender grabs the scruff of like 2 of the guys that were running toward Donnie and just like shoves them on the tables and says, "Sit your asses down." And he plops moonshine in front of them and says, "Have a drink and calm yourselves. He's watching." And they drink. And they settle. And the bartender says, "I think it's about time the 2 of you get on moving."
Took the
And then
words
he
right
offers
out
you
of my mouth.
each of you jugs of moonshine. Says, "For the road, on the house."
Oh.
I'm going to pull out my wallet. I'm going to put $10 on the counter, which is like $100 in 1972, I think. Pretty sure that's how inflation works. And just say, like, sorry about the glass. And we'll be going.
That's a mighty fine idea. And as you're walking out, like the mood is very, very sedate. The old man's gone back to whittling. You can hear the baby as you like walk out the door. And you're back on the river. Margot and Larry, you guys had a power trip. This was awesome. You know what you're doing. You are perfectly ready. You're showing up, Ted and Donnie. Donnie looks like he's dead weight in the water back there. Make another roll of your choice. Same set of rolls.
I'm going to spend 1 luck to make it a success.
Excellent. And that is the pilot. No,
Dex.
sorry, the hard dex.
Yes.
Okay. And Larry?
You know how they say, go hard and go fast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he did, and he overdid it.
Okay.
He failed. And
Okay,
I won't
make a
spend
splinter
40
roll.
points of luck.
Roll a d10 for me.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Okay. What did you bring on this trip that you value the most, Larry?
I mean, right now, probably the life jacket, but the I think the batteries.
Okay. Yeah, the batteries, you see them just go overboard and they're just floating along in the water.
I had a lot of batteries.
You did have a lot of batteries. It's just batteries. It's just batteries all overboard. You gonna
The
try
back of the boat
to
lifts
save
back up.
them? Or are you just letting them go?
Gonna call the EPA.
No, he can't swim. He won't save
Okay.
anything.
It's 72. What EPA? Ted and Donnie, give me a roll.
What were we rolling on against?
Either a pilot. I think Ted was kind of taking the lead on pilot boat, so that
Okay.
would mean you make a strength roll.
Okay.
I am in the zone, so I rolled a 10 under 45. I can spend luck if an extreme might help us out.
I got a regular 47 under 50.
Excellent. So
Right.
you guys are finally, like, Donnie, you're paddling through the pain. It feels like shit. You've got a black eye. You've probably torn something in your shoulder. You're miserable right now. Like, the water's in your face. It's cold. But you're going to get through it, damn it. You're going to get through it, and you're going to put all of this behind you, especially that weird baby playing a mandolin in the baby carriage, because you swear to God you saw red eyes in the darkness of that baby carriage. But you're just going to paddle through the pain and not even think about it. You're just not even going to think about it. We're going to flash back to everyone now. So this is a bit of a flashback even before the bar. So each of you pulls up to a general store, still in this area. You pull the station wagon next to Fred's truck. And you've kind of found this general store in the middle of East Jesus nowhere. Inside, outside there's old tires, empty oil barrels. The word supplies is just roughly spelled out on a piece of wood and hung up on the side of the general store. There's a battered screen door that's propped open with an old hatchet head. And as you walk in, all of you kind of converge together. It's shelves, but most of them are pretty sparse. There's a really large old ice box near the door that you walked in. You can see wooden furniture, carvings, possibly for sale, you assume, kind of hanging from the ceiling. And somewhere in all of the bric-a-brac and mess, you can hear a woman's voice, and she's kind of quietly singing to herself. Oh, Daddy, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. Oh, Daddy, let's go down. Down in the river to pray. And she's just humming to herself,
Okay. Maybe the radio's broken. I'll check out the store.
Okay. So the shelves are, they have some goods, some batteries, some food, flashlights, some basic supplies. The food looks to mostly be expired. What's everyone else doing? Kind of spreading out? Like, you can clearly tell the direction the woman's voice is coming from. She's probably in a back room.
Yeah.
Fascinated by everything. I'm just looking through all the junk.
Yeah. There's even like a kids section, sort of. There's like rocking chair and some toys and some like homemade little like corn husk dolls with little dresses and things like that in the back. It's all like old and sad and dilapidated. Margot, you could probably find like a pack of cigarettes here if you wanted to like sneak a little something for the trip. There's like bottles of beer and stuff like that. This is kind of the place, and of course this is the 70s anyway. This is the kind of place where you could just like have a handwritten note that says, "My daughter is allowed to buy cigarettes for me." Signed, her mom.
I think
What about Ted and Donnie? What are you guys doing?
I am mostly just going to be running through the supply inventory for the camping. So we need to have stuff ready for 2 nights of camping as we're going down the river. So probably going to stop at that ice box and get a couple of sacks of ice to fill up the chest one of the ice chests is full of beer. The other one is food, the main
Mhm.
essentials for camping. And so, yeah, just gonna grab some stuff and head up to the counter for that.
Okay. Did you say you no, did you say you were bringing ice boxes or you were going to look in the ice box? Sorry.
I think I probably brought,
Gotcha.
Kraft cheese and bologna as like that's my
Mhm.
camping food. And so, yeah, just restocking ice to keep it cooled up for the trip.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, inside of the ice box, you can see there's several like butcher paper wrapped packages. None of them have labels. Um, you find a pack or two of ice in there too.
Getting up to the
Oh,
counter. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. No, you said you go to the counter.
Yeah. If there's a clerk at the counter and just be like, so I didn't expect to see do you have like a butcher around here or something? Those be for sale?
Yeah, so as you kind of approach the counter, maybe ding the bell, a woman emerges from the back room. Um, she's kind of got a gaunt face, uh, long brown hair, those dreamy green eyes, um, kind of a pouch of a belly, but not, more like a beer gut than anything else. And she
I
just says,
empathize.
"Oh, hi, hi, how are you?"
Doing all right. How are you today?
"Oh, mighty fine, mighty fine. He is watching over us, and that is all I need on this fine day." I think I heard you say something about the meat. Is that right?
Yeah, I was just gonna stock up on ice here, but saw some packages wrapped in there that like briskets or something that maybe buy
Mm.
one to try to roast on the trip.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Those aren't for sale. Those are hunting trophies and food for the family.
Oh,
But we do have a fine selection of cured meats and smoked fish. And she kind of gestures to the cabinet below her. There's like a glass display. It's actually a really nice display, all things considered, the state of the rest of the store. And you do see some, cured meats, some dried up fish. Looks perfectly edible. Um, you can also see like old hunting knives, carved deer antlers, Native American bric-a-brac, like arrowheads, things like
big air
that.
quote on that.
Yeah, an old black book is in there.
I am going to lean on my childhood days whenever my granddad used to take us camping. And I'm going to buy like a log of summer sausage and
Mm.
probably one of the hunting knives there to dish it out. I bet Margot hasn't had that before. So sharing experiences.
Well, that's mighty fine, mighty fine. Here you are, sir. And she kind of walks behind the glass and is just greets all of you, that kind of same sedate, dreamy look. She looks at you, Margot, and she just like her eyes pierce you and she says, "Well, hello there, little miss.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Daisy. What's your name?"
I'm Margot. I'm going on
Oh,
my first canoe trip.
well, welcome to the river, Margot. That's wonderful. Look, look. And she kind of gestures to those children's toys, which you are like way too old for. And she's like, would you like a toy, Margot? For your trip, your first trip.
Sure, thanks. Just being polite.
Yeah, of course. Your choice, darling. Your choice.
Take a cornhusk doll.
And Larry, she stares at you and she says,
Oh,
"I think you need this." And she hands you this tattered black book, like a kind of a broken spine. "On the house, dear, on the house."
okay. Do you have any C-type batteries?
"Yes, sir, we do." She kind of
Okay.
gestures to the aisle. And then she kind
Those
of,
are expired.
"Oh, now are they? Well, they're not leaking acid, darling. I think they should be good.
Okay, then I'll take them, I
I'll
guess.
give you a discount. How about we'll say 75% off for the inconvenience."
I mean, I never say no to a discount. And
I'd be
he
losing money if I didn't take that offer.
exactly. And at first he was quite weirded out, but that distracted him long enough.
Mhm, mhm. Well, now y'all be careful. If you're going down the trip, I hear that there's an old bridge kind of was felled recently, I think I heard. So you just be careful now. And stay away from that old logging site, especially you, little Margot. That heavy equipment. It's dangerous work for a little girl.
Mm.
And she's just kind of pitter-pattering around the shop. She'll check you out, take your money. Is there anything you want to talk with her about, or you guys gonna just head on out?
I'm gonna come up with my marshmallows and buy those. They're probably stale, but I'm gonna buy them anyway.
They only expired a month ago, at least. There's that.
They
I'm gonna
clatter as
roast
you
them.
put them on the counter.
Yeah. I'm gonna roast them, so maybe in my mind I'm thinking, well, maybe that'll fix them.
That's
Probably
a mighty
won't.
fine idea, mister. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll fluff them right up.
Yeah. I just was listening to your voice. You've got a very nice voice.
Well, no, thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah.
An old family song.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Mhm.
Actually. But you sing it well. I just wanted to let you know.
You're so kind. I'll give you 80% off those marshmallows.
I won't say no to a discount.
She's got like a little blush in her cheek. She's a little like, oh, well then. Now, once your little river trip's done, mister, you feel free to come back and see old Daisy.
I will keep that in mind.
So, is that you guys head on out?
I think so. I'm a little weirded out by, that good old religion as just kind of let her worship in her own way. I'll
Sure.
do me.
It's a bit tacky, isn't it?
Oh, it works for some people, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm going to be heading
right.
out
Yeah.
unless anybody else.
You
needs
guys head
anything.
on out. Yeah, Larry, you got this old crusty book under your hands. She just gave it to you.
Yeah.
No cost
Yeah.
on the house.
I mean, I have nothing to do when the other ones are driving. Oh no, I'm driving.
You're driving.
You want to make Margot drive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let
why not?
Margot drive. That's a great idea.
It's not my car, so
Oh, Margot, do you take a look at it or nah?
The
book.
book?
If you guys, you get back in the car, you're gonna all
yeah. I basically hand
meet
it
at
over.
meet at
as-
the river.
Yeah.
Meet at the river's head.
Yeah, well, while Larry's driving, I'm gonna finger through the book.
Sure. It's an old book. Doesn't have a title. Looks like I'm not old, actually not that old considering this is 1972. An unknown publisher, but it is stamped with the year 1909. Yeah, no title to suggest anything otherwise, but I'll send you, kind of what catches your eye.
Okay.
And we'll smash back to the river. And while I get this handout ready, you all can make the same series of rolls again.
I'm going to spend 3 luck to make it a pass. This water's got to ease up soon, right?
I'm struggling. I'm struggling.
All right, if you fail, give me a D10. Poor Donnie, of course, he's struggling. How about Larry and Margot? How are they doing?
I got a 30 out of 65. So
Oh, Margot's killing it. How about
I
Larry?
can spend 5 luck to make it a hard success.
You don't need to. Well, unless you're
Okay.
the one rolling dex, then it does need to be a hard.
No, it's strength. No.
Okay. So yeah, Margot and Larry are crushing it. Donnie, how was that D10 roll?
2.
Donnie gets a 2. Man, Donnie, those rapids are real bad, and you kind of in your struggles, you're paddling, you're trying to keep up. Ted's probably barking at you to keep up with keep up your side of the paddling because you've got that torn shoulder. You guys hit like a pretty rough bump, and Donnie goes flying from the canoe, like a rock or something. Donnie, you go flying from the canoe, and I mean, not flying. You fall in the water, right?
Yeah.
You take 3 damage as you kind of like hit a bunch of rocks as the river kind of drags you along for a little bit. Well, do you have a life jacket?
I was not wearing a life jacket. This
Okay, so
is
then
the
yeah, you
70s.
take the full damage. Give me one more D10 roll.
7.
Okay. So as you're kind of coming up for air and you know, the 2 guys that dropped you off with the canoe probably mentioned that like if you fall in the water, float on your back because it's shallow enough and you know, you could probably get someone to help you. So you're floating on your back. You're okay, a little bumped and bruised, actually more than a little at this point. And you're looking up into the trees and you see these dolls. And it reminds you of the dolls you saw in the general store, the crudely made like corn husk dolls wearing the little tattered dresses. And they're all tied up in a tree that you're kind of floating under.
That's not creepy at all.
Margot, Larry, you see Donnie kind of the current taking Donnie a bit. So he's kind of floating next to your canoe at this point. Do you guys want to try
Okay.
to grab him, help
Yeah.
him in the boat?
Let me check my character sheet real quick.
Sure.
I've let
I'm
him
pretty
drown.
decent at swimming. Does he look like he's like in a bad way, or does he look like he can self-recover?
He looks like he's doing okay. The water's fairly shallow here. So, and he's floating on his back. He's okay.
Okay, so I won't jump in, but if it looks like if things are getting worse, then I'm getting ready to like
Help.
jump in and help
Yeah,
him.
yeah. So,
How you
Donnie, you
doing,
can.
Donnie? Are you okay?
I'll be all right. I'm just going to try to hold out until we can get to some calmer water.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're going to just wait it out on the rapids or
Yeah,
try
I
to get
kind
into
of
the canoe? Okay.
kind of figure I could the rapids can't go on forever. We'll end up in a calmer spot and
Yeah.
I could get in the boat then.
And you do. After, a few minutes, maybe a little harrowing, Donnie, you start like you choke a bit of water. The rapids kind of pull you under for a bit, and you have that moment of like, oh God, is this it? And then the water settles. And Ted, you recognize the bend in the river where you guys had decided to camp for your first night. And boy, it's kind of been a long day at this point.
I think after a while and a lot of yelling and cussing, I maybe catch up with Donnie a bit and sort of get him into the boat, holler out to the others for the spot to camp at, and yeah, sort of make our merry way over to that bend in the river. As we get closer, I'll just say like, I'm sorry. I didn't think it was going to be that choppy in the beginning. They must have just had a big rain or something. But seems like it'll be getting better from here, right? So, who wants a sandwich? Ah?
I do.
So you guys, start making camp. You kind of mentioned the rough weather, and you see a little bit past your campsite on the river that bridge that seemed like maybe Daisy had mentioned. It's kind of half in the river. It'll be easy enough to paddle around tomorrow, but yeah, that kind of half fallen in bridge up ahead. What is everybody doing at camp? Are you actually putting up the tents, starting a fire? What's every person doing?
What's the weather like?
Very pleasant. It's, in the 70s and the sun is shining. It's a nice day.
Is the
Sun's going
where
down at this point, but
where we've taken out? Is there a spot where I could swim and not get swept away?
yes. So you guys hit this calm section a bit before you reached your campsite, and the campsite itself is a bit on a beach, so you can easily, go for a swim.
Okay, Margot will do that.
Okay, so Margot's swimming. What's everybody else doing?
As Margot is, saying she's going to go for a swim or something, and be like, all right, just, be careful. Popping open the cooler, I'm going to snap open 3 Budweisers and sort of hand them out to Donnie and Larry. Just as I'm dragging the boat and everything in, I'm going to find a log and sit on my ass and have a cold beer for a minute before doing anything else productive. That was a lot. Donnie, you didn't have that weed in your jacket, did you?
As a matter of fact, I did. So I am soaked to the bone.
It's still there. It's just wet.
Yeah.
Soggy weed.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink half the beer and then get out of these wet clothes and into some dry clothes.
I'm feeling kind of guilty actually seeing all that. I'll probably kind of make a big show of getting up and lean down and start getting sticks to try and make a fire so Donnie can warm up a bit. That wasn't very fun.
I kind of sit next to you, Ted, a bit on the edge. Not really. He seems like he wants to talk to you, but he doesn't know how to initiate conversation. Which is odd because he's a talker.
Yeah. But it's the 70s, so there's that like men don't really talk to each other unless there's some intermediate activity. So be like, hey, you want to help me gather some firewood, Larry?
Sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
We can wander a little bit away from Donnie and just kind of start with hell of a trip, huh?
Yeah, it's in a weird way more than I imagined. So what's the story behind Margot? You kind of sold this to me as a boys' trip.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought that it would be good for her to kind of get out, get some experience with nature. I was really planning on just all of us guys getting together, but it just didn't feel right kind of leaving her out like that. So I thought that maybe it could just be sort of a group bonding activity, two birds, one stone, all that, right?
Okay. Was this place always this weird? I mean, it's been a while, but I can't remember it being this weird.
Weird how?
I mean, the people are just strange.
I mean, Donnie and I stopped at a bar just to wet our whistle a bit on the way down, and I feel like most of the people around here just half blitzed off of. I mean, moonshine is being generous. That was closer to motor oil, but hey, I mean, it was liquid. I'd be willing to.
You have that lovely, lovely moonshine.
Yeah, we got some in the cooler if you want to try it. It's we could probably use it to start the fire, honestly.
I don't know. I stick to beer for the meantime, I think. Okay.
You all
But
right,
there is
Larry?
nothing
You
like
seem antsy.
it's kind of I don't want to say it brings back memories, but it just has this weird feeling all around. Can't put my finger on it yet.
Well, maybe it'll be nostalgic. We got a couple of nights out here, so surely it'll be a way to just, get some good nostalgia. Stick with the good
Yeah.
memories, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for organizing it. That's mighty kind.
Sure. With the empty beer can, I'll hold it out to tap and just be like, "Glad you're here."
Mhm.
What's Donnie doing?
Then I collect twigs or something. I'm not a wilderness guy.
I'm doing what I said I was doing. I got into some clean, dry clothes.
Yeah, you're dry now. Yep.
And I'm kind of just standing there at the shoreline ish, nursing the rest of my beer, watching Margot just swim about.
Yeah. Well, as the sun slowly starts to set on your campsite, I'm assuming you guys break out the summer sausage, the marshmallow, the sad marshmallows, the less than fresh sausage, the stale beers if you brought any of those from the general store. The real meal of champions here. Did you bring anything else? You said you brought sandwiches and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's truly fine dining. I don't think summer sausage can't expire. So, we always got that.
So, Margot, what does your evening look like? Did you steal any of the illicit cigarettes? Did you?
I did. I'm going to. So when I'm done swimming, the adults are drinking beer and sitting around a fire. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna go for a walk, and then like in classic like kid trying their first cigarette, like not know anything about temperance, and so just smoke the whole pack and probably like
Oh, incredible.
this is what daddy does.
So you're walking around this path, staying close enough nearby, smoking the cigarettes, trying not to cough too loud to give yourself away. And you kind of wander onto what must be that logging camp that, well, you weren't there. So an old logging camp. You can see that there's two like big rig trucks that have the flatbeds, and they're kind of crashed into each other actually, like one's T-boned the other. And you can see some buildings, or a building, and then logging structure, machinery, things like that.
This is the coolest thing ever. I'm totally exploring.
Okay, excellent. Make a spot hidden roll.
I just need to check my skill in that. Yes, regular success.
Okay. So you can see that there's like shards of molten glass, slag, pieces of something scorched and white on the ground, and tire tracks that follow right up to the scene where the two trucks have collided with each other.
I'm gonna pick up a piece of that slag stuff. Like, see what it is. Is it like lead or
Yeah, maybe so. Difficult to tell. And among the lead, those pieces of scorched white stuff, you realize is bone.
okay?
Maybe deer, maybe something else. You're not sure.
Does it look like there was like a bonfire here or something, or like the trucks caught fire?
Maybe the trucks caught fire. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll see if there's like anything in the trucks.
Okay. Inside of one of the trucks, the truck that got T-boned, it's like crushed in, and inside of the truck is a very pale corpse. It has no head, so it's just the body with San's head, and the body is twisted and broken. You can kind of see like ribs poking out of flesh, and there's sprays of blood all over this cab. What do you do?
I'm gonna involuntarily scream and run back toward the camp.
Yeah, make a sanity roll.
Okay. Yeah, that's a success.
Okay, so you're very shaken, but this is also the 70s, so you've probably seen some pretty gory stuff on TV and movies and stuff as well.
Vietnam.
Yes, Ted and Donnie and Larry, you're all kind of just sitting around shooting the shit, and then you hear Margot scream, and she runs up the path. Um, the first thing you notice about her is that she reeks of smoke, and then of course the scream. She looks very scared.
Yeah, I think I'm about 4 beers deep. I'm about 4 beers deep at this point. So it's going to be, as soon as the scream is, "Who was that?" And I'm gonna get up and kind of like stumble towards where the scream was and start like yelling for Margot. The point that we can sort of meet up, maybe most of the way there. What happened? What happened? Did you hurt yourself or something? What's going on? I told you stay near the camp.
I went for a walk, and there's this like place with trucks and broken stuff, and there's a dead guy in one of the trucks.
What the fuck? Uh, hey Larry, do you have that flashlight?
Yeah.
Uncle Ted, he doesn't have a head.
I'm gonna
Are
need
you
to.
okay? Do you need our first aid kit?
We may not need it, but I think we should maybe come see something.
He gets up. He's on his second beer. So he walks over. Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?
No, there's someone. I think someone's been killed over there in the woods.
Oh.
She said she found a dead body in
Okay.
some kind of a wreck or something out there. I don't.
I mean,
He's in a truck, and it looks like something burned up, and he's sitting in the truck.
okay. Doesn't hurt to look.
Yeah, it feels a bit. It's sobering me up an uncomfortable amount. I don't.
Is it close by, or do we have to walk?
It's not far. It's not far away.
Go ahead and lead the way, Margot. But just point where you saw it. You can stay behind us.
Yeah, you go first. I'll tell you where to go.
Okay. And I'll start stumbling a little bit. I'm gonna give myself a penalty dice just because, yeah, I'm definitely getting drunk after
A
every.
little drunk. Donnie, did you join the group or did you stay behind at the campfire?
I think I would have come along as well.
Sure. Somebody screams. You might want to go see what's going on.
Yeah, it's because there's only the four of us, so it just makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys stumble into Ted, probably that old logging camp that the guys at the bar mentioned. Whether or not you remember being this many beers deep, it's up to you.
I'm gonna
You
roll
can see
for
there's
it.
two large trucks that have crashed into each other, like I said, and maybe a kind of a 10 building, probably managerial office, and then all of the equipment that goes into logging, so machinery, etc. I'm assuming
Are
you
we
head
on
to.
their?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Are we on their grounds, or how is the camp
Yeah,
situated?
it's further in, so it's off the river, right? And you're kind of just going further inland, and then this logging camp. They may have at one point used the river to move logs downriver,
Mhm.
but it looks like this has not been in operation for a while.
I rolled a failure on my int to remember, so I think as I get a little closer, I may have the word pop in my head that like this is a logging camp before I really see much more of it, but I don't remember the specifics of the conversation at the bar. But yeah, I'm gonna head over to the vehicles where it looks like they had some kind of a wreck or something. I
Yeah.
imagine I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I imagine there isn't a lot of room to maneuver around an area like this. So, does it seem weird how nasty these trucks have collided with one another given the narrow space? Like, they would have. The description sounded like it was kind of highway impact at 50 plus miles an hour or something.
Yeah, it all seems really, really strange. Like, it's like somebody had to have wanted to do it, right? Like, it's not like, oh no, all of a sudden this thing happened, and who could have possibly predicted this? It's
Right.
like it was purposeful with intent. You see the body, as I described to Margot, in the cab of the truck. No head, just blood and gore all over the cab, sprays of blood everywhere, and then just twisted, broken, bent body.
Be
Is
careful,
there-
Uncle Ted.
Yeah. Is there a smell?
Yeah, it's not a fresh scene, but also, I guess at this point the bodies would start to be there. The body would start to decompose. So yeah, there's an unpleasant
Yeah.
smell.
Okay. I was wondering like if it was still juicy or if it seemed like it had dried out and decayed some.
Yeah,
This is
you would.
old.
Do you have like a science, biology, or medicine?
Uh,
Something like that?
Sure, I can roll science at 1% and medicine at
Hey.
1% with a penalty die. That'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
just sort of setting the scene and just sniffing. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. What about the
Don't get your
injury
fingerprints
the
on that.
neck? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, don't get your fingerprints on that. Keep a distance. Who knows what happened here?
I mean, you're not wrong, but I think this guy's been here a while.
Yeah. I check the I go check the office buildings, I tell the others. Maybe there's a phone line or something up here.
Okay. So you're going to the office. Ted, what did you say you were going to take a look at?
I'm more interested in the body, especially missing a head.
Mhm.
What does the injury at the neck look like? I don't have any medicine, but has it been
Right.
like chopped off or did it fly off in the impact?
It's like deep, jagged cuts around the neck and shoulder. Like, so you can even see some deep cuts in the shoulder as if someone maybe moved their head a little bit and caught something in the shoulder instead at some point.
I'm gonna roll a little bit of sand just for
Yeah.
that, because now that's sounding like we may need to be careful. I rolled a 20, so I'm gonna say that just sobers me up. I'm
Yeah. Sure.
disappointed.
There will
Bonnie,
be
what are you
plenty
doing?
of sand roads later.
I have not gotten quite as close as Ted
Sure.
to this scene. I've seen enough from the distance.
Mhm.
I'm going to go over to the second truck
Okay.
and just open up the cab of this
Okay.
truck and see what might be inside.
Okay. In the cab of the second truck, the passenger side window has been shattered and kind of slumped across the cab. The front seat of the cab is another body, and it has its head, and it's covered in deep gouging wounds everywhere.
Oh wow, was not expecting that. I'm going to roll a sanity check on that one.
Yeah.
And that's a failure.
Okay, that is a D3 sanity loss.
D3.
Inside of this cab, you also note a rusty hatchet covered in dried blood, some kind of paperwork that's got blood on it, and a chainsaw covered in gore.
Yeah, I don't touch any of the chainsaw. I don't touch the hatchet. I'm gonna get my handkerchief out of my pocket and try to handle the paperwork.
Okay. Sure. I will put the paperwork in the chat. I hope you can read it. I'm sorry if it's a little blurry. So Larry, you go look into the office. Okay. The office is a space of chaos, looks like.
Mhm.
There's like gouges in the wall, like someone took an axe at some point. There's no blood or gore here, but it looks like the scene of like chaos. And you
Okay.
can find a pretty fresh fire axe. Fresh isn't new, sorry, a pretty new fire axe, like buried in like a phone console. So the phone is gone.
Maybe out of curiosity, because he never handled a fire axe before, he's trying to kind of tilt it, see if it moves still.
Yeah, it pretty easily comes off in your hands.
And then he puts it next to it on the ground and looks at the phone.
Yeah, phone's gone.
I check, are there any documents of what they've been working on or anything?
The
like that?
documents look to be pretty standard for, I guess, what you would think of a logging operation being. This looks like some place that some big corporation that set up shop here in this local area. Like the people probably weren't from around here at all. And it looks like they were operating up until a couple of days ago. But then this whole place has just been abandoned.
So basically the latest dates on documents I can find are a few days ago.
Yeah, sure. And it seems fairly standard stuff as far as you can tell.
Guys, wait. This might have something to do with that book that Larry had, that black book. It's back at camp, though. We should go get it.
What?
There was some weird stuff in the book, and I thought it was just like some weird horror thing, but there's a thing in there that talks about logging.
Yeah, I'd go get it, but you guys don't touch anything.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should get back to camp. Like, after surveying this body, I think I'm going to back away a little closer to Margot, so that way none of us are very spread out. Call out for Larry. I think we need to go. Donnie, are you all right? You're
Speak up,
speechless.
Donnie, we can't hear you.
Muted. Yeah, I'm just over here in this other truck. Don't come over here. It's an ugly scene.
I'll take your word for it. I think
I
we
found
should.
what took her head off, or the other person's head off.
Oh, shit. Well, I think we should be getting back to camp. And the fuck out of here.
Okay. So I'm assuming you guys head back to the camp area. Ted, as you start backing away from the scene, you kind of your foot hits something that skitters a bit, and you see that there's a revolver on the ground.
For all of Larry saying not to touch anything, I am 110% picking this up.
Sure. Looks like there's 3 rounds in the barrel.
Tuck it into my waistband.
So you guys have kind of huddled back at camp around your campfire. It feels quite dark all of a sudden, like you notice the darkness around you and think of what could be out there, what killed those guys.
I imagine by the time we get back, the campfire has died down a little bit. So I'm going to grab some sticks, sort of like toss some of the logs over and immediately start building it back up to get some more light around. And I'm just feeling anxious and kind of want to take stock of all of our stuff, make sure if we're that close to someone who was just straight up murdered and decapitated, then like, is there someone else around in the woods? So surveying the camp, be sure no one else has come and messed with anything, whatnot. I'm half drunk, so it doesn't even matter. But after that, I'm gonna. Well, that was fucked up.
Yeah. So this is your cabin?
Well, seems like it'll be free real estate before too long. Did you find anything in that main office or something?
The phone is trashed.
That makes sense.
Completely gone.
Yeah.
Apparently someone had a field trip with a fire axe in there. But no other casualties.
Did you
Well,
take
and
the fire axe with you, Larry?
No.
Okay.
yeah, Margot, cover your ears for a second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody took a fire axe to someone's head in the back of that truck. I'm not a doctor, but it looked like a lot of hacks and things. Donnie, you said you thought you found something too. What
Yeah,
was it?
I found a chainsaw and a hatchet.
Fuck.
Margaret, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I mean, whatever. I don't know what happened there, but it happened a few days ago. I mean, someone must go looking for them at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the reason I picked this place is we can be sort of cut off and just back in nature, away from all the TVs and things. But I think it's maybe a little too cut off. If they lost their phone, I mean, you'd think even police would have gone looking for someone missing by now. But the fact that they haven't, we didn't hear anything. Donnie, do you remember something? Did they mention a logging camp or something?
Yeah, I seem to kind of remember something about a logging camp that those guys were talking about, but honestly, I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to what they were saying.
Yeah.
I was focused on the creepy ass kid in the baby carriage.
The what?
Oh yeah, this bar we were at, I decided to play a few songs, and there was a creepy ass baby uh, in a pram, and outplayed me.
Yeah, he kind of buried the lead there.
Yeah,
Put him in the dirt. Little fucking baby can play the fiddle. I don't know if it's in the moonshine or what. The fiddle, I don't know what the fuck it's called. Uh,
Okay. And you are sure that you haven't partaken in any flowery residue that you carry along?
not at that point. Now we had had a few sips of that moonshine.
I imagine we've laid the weed out like near the fire to just like some soggy nugs to try and dry out a bit.
Yeah.
Margot, did you say you were reading that book?
Yeah, that this book that Larry had has
Yeah.
weird stuff in it. I thought it was fiction, but I don't know.
I'm going to
Okay,
upload.
so-
There's more. So I'll upload the second part.
So what's in this old travel journal thingy?
Weird like how?
It's talking about like it's like the Bible kind of, but it's not the Bible.
I'm kind of. Do you think you can read that out for me here? I can't
Yeah,
read
yeah,
too well
okay.
by this firelight.
I stand over your shoulder, basically holding the flashlight.
Yeah. Okay. So
make it easier.
there's some printed stuff, and then there's someone wrote in it. I'll start at the top. In 1935, they bridged it twice. Decaying bones picked clean. No span remained. His little goblins hid in the craggy rock. Uncle Ted, what's a goblin?
Little green ugly thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they shall come unto him knowing or not. He bids the blessed children into his pool of eternal life.
Wait, I heard that goblins are these little gnome things that you put up in your garden with the red hats.
I've seen those.
Yeah,
Why
maybe.
would they be out here?
Sorry. Please
Anyways,
continue.
his pool of eternal life. In it they shall bathe and know all. Then there's like some pretty small cursive that I can't really make out. Charles something Seattle Press Expedition 1890. Can't quite make it out that the threat of a monster.
And so we arrived at the threat of a monster violently sucking away the water. The rocks
Oh.
themselves seem tortured expressions. Goblin's Gate.
Goblin's Gate. And then the next paragraph is, he's eternal and wise. Knowing their weakness, one born of frantic and loathsome lives, he must draw them in from below. He casts forth the lines, a fisher of men. He sets his hooks into the meat of their souls. Theirs minds open and await revelation. And then someone wrote, kind of squiggly, the narrow passage is thrice deadly. The vessel must oft be carried aloft. Safe passage always on the left-hand path. Maybe that's something to do with the river. He drops the scales, unveils the purity within, and releases a cleansing wrath. But woe, it must be tempered in the ways given to us by our saint. The bewildered kin must be shepherded to refuge. With time the storm abates, and they too shall know. They shall understand his great truth and know comfort. And then the rest of it is handwriting. The world beyond awaits. The damned, the Elwa? It will be free once more. His shadows range as far as Devil's Punch Bowl by Lake Crescent, though seldom. They prefer to haint the rivers and gorges. They shall know you. And then there's another page in here that looks different. It looks like a typewriter. The persecution of Saint John. Saint John.
For now?
For now? Yeah.
Tornat?
I don't know. Delivered into this world on September 4th, 1880, John Torno took to the Washington forests as a tyke. He knew the woods and its animals as his family. Betrayed by his brother who slew his cherished hound, John sought vengeance against his brother's own. And then he retreated from the world. He heard the call. He grew into a mighty man, tall and powerful. The animals came to him without fear. He dressed in their skins, shod with bark. He defended his sacred domain from outsiders, loggers. He knew the mysteries of this blessed land. As his fourth decade neared, his hateful brothers captured him and committed him to the house of Bethlehem, deep in Oregon's wilderness, away from the source. But he could not be held, and he faithfully returned unto his sacred domain. At the foot of the mountains, he found safe haven, and beside the river, he found a babe, alone, a perfect child with eyes of green, and thus he was called below. Beneath, he found the sacred waters. He tapped the flow, he refined it. He gave a gift unto us, and yet still St. John seethed with old daddy's fury. He came forth into the world again, drawing ire and kindling greed. In secret, St. John sent the perfect child to his brother Fred. And then St. John died in the woods, beneath a hemlock tree. His restless soul spilled out, and old daddy held him forever. Then someone wrote, as I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the broken crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, Father, let's go down, come on down. Come on, Father, let's go down, down in the river to stay. Then someone wrote, Mesopotamia, Tigris, Rouge, Karka, Irtish.
That thing you just read kind of sounded a bit like the song
Yeah,
that the woman sang.
store lady.
Yeah. You should check by her on her tomorrow and tell her what happened here.
Hey, wait. I'm gonna roll with a penalty die again. Holy shit! I am very concerned. Uh, now, uh, Margot, wait. That lady, the general store lady, she was singing that song, but didn't she tell you to stay away from somewhere? Did she tell you to stay away from a logging camp?
Actually, yeah, she did because I wish I listened, but when she told me to stay away from the logging camp, I really wanted to go to the logging camp because she said that. But now I wish I didn't go there.
Fuck.
So you mean she knew?
Yeah, I failed a sand roll. Yeah, that old biddy knew. At least she knew something was up there.
Shit.
You
Okay,
can
that's bad.
take a sanity loss. Yeah, if you fail that sand roll.
Yeah.
If she knew about that's not good that she knows about what happened here and she's not doing anything.
Uh,
I mean, she was singing a song from this book, so yeah, I think this may be some kind of bumfuck Bible or something. As I don't know, some kind of redneck thing. But uh, God, I'm not getting a good feeling about any of this. It's too dark to hit the river again. I'd rather keep moving, but I think we're gonna be kind of stuck here for the night.
yeah, no,
When we
I'm
get
with you.
Wait, but if trucks got in there, can we walk out on some kind of road?
Looks like by the book or by the notes that the loggers left that they came over that bridge that has been felled recently.
Yeah. I mean, we
Maybe
can
we could,
try via canoe to get somewhere else.
yeah, maybe, well, if the bridge is gone, maybe we could just go as far as the bridge in the canoe and then go on the other side of the river and maybe the road goes the rest of the way after the bridge.
Um, yeah, I'm kind of inclined to say to hell with the camping trip. I don't really. I'm having a unsteady thought too. You're Donnie. That letter that you picked up that had 3 names on it.
Yeah.
We only found 2 bodies.
Okay.
Yeah.
As he says that, I'm going to start
Yeah,
illuminating
shining
the
the
area.
light everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just real quiet out there.
I mean, this happened at least a couple of days ago, so maybe they've gone on from around here. We've been
I
making a
mean,
lot of racket, so if there was someone, they would have. I mean, they already know about us.
the third person, maybe they did this, maybe they escaped. You know, there's a lot
Maybe
of
he hacked his
possibility.
friend's head off. I might need to swap to that moonshine after this. Oh,
Why would a guy get drunk if he was trying to run away from bad guys?
he said that he showed up drunk, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they, I don't know. The bartender sure seemed keen to give us a bunch of moonshine, and after they broke up the fight, he put it down in front of a couple of other assholes and told them to drink, and it's just their thing.
Moonshine? Doesn't that make you go blind?
And only
Sometimes
if it's
maybe.
made wrong.
I can still see, he says, blinking a good bit.
I mean, the okay, so I mean, this is a logging area, right? This is not the only logging camp. Nah, we should get to bed early if we can, and try to get some rest and see in the morning what's happening.
We want to set up a watch or anything?
Probably not a bad idea.
Okay,
I
Gary
can.
doesn't sound convinced.
Well, Harry, you seem like one of those early to rise types, right? So,
I mean, you know, early bird, worms, and so on.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep for a good bit. So, how about you go ahead and pop your tent and hit the hay? Donnie, do you want first or second watch?
Uncle Ted,
Huh?
I don't think you should be taking watch, Uncle Ted. You're drunk.
That's all right. I got this. Pulls out a gun.
Whoa, where did you get that?
They found it. Hell, what does it matter?
Okay, so you have a potential murder weapon here.
I think the murder weapon was a fucking axe or a truck. I mean, I didn't see any bullet holes in anybody, so this self defense. This is America, god damn it. So if some fucking axe psycho wants to come up on us, I'm gonna pop
Okay.
him full of fucking lead.
Sure. Okay. I honestly, I'm not complaining. I feel a little bit better with us having this than it being over there. So,
It's got my fingerprints, not yours. So don't worry. We get out of this. I'll be arrested and kiss my ass. Oh,
So
fuck.
it sounds like you guys want to set some type of watch. Who takes first watch?
Ted has hit
Yes.
the obstinate phase of beer drunk.
Does anyone else take watch in the night?
Yeah, I'll take second watch.
Okay.
yeah, I'll get up early.
I'll join Uncle Ted on whatever his watch is. I know he says, "Oh, everything's cool," but I don't know. Drunk people don't seem very reliable.
Fair.
I resemble that remark. Yeah, I think Ted will also kind of encourage you to keep reading the weird book, also because he's a bit bleary eyed. But yeah, that way, try to cover a bunch of ground.
So Larry and Donnie doze off. Ted and Margot stay up for a while. The night grows long. The fire, dims. I assume you keep it fed. Margot, that's pretty much all you get out of the book. Everything else just feels like more weird gibberish that doesn't tell you much of anything. Eventually you wake up Donnie. I'm sure Margot does. Maybe Ted eventually passes out. Margot stays up for a little bit longer, wakes Donnie up.
100%. I'm like snoring, sawing logs, leaning up against a log. Yeah.
Donnie, make a listen roll for me.
Listen roll. Okay. Should I spend the 2 points of luck to make it hard?
No, you don't.
Okay. So it's a regular.
You can hear a snapping branch in the woods, maybe about 20 feet away from your camp.
Okay.
And maybe a bit of a dragging sound, slowly getting closer and closer. And then it stops. What do you do?
Well, the first thing I try to do is I try not to piss myself from what I've just heard.
Yeah.
Did we leave Ted in his position up against the log?
I bet you did. And well, I'll let Margot make the call. Did she move him to lay down?
I think when we woke Donnie up, I'm like, hey, Uncle Ted, it's time to go to bed.
And he probably didn't move at all, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that it kind of, you just tap him, I slump on my side. It's just, that's where I'm at.
Ever since he got that beer gut, I'm not strong enough to drag him to bed.
Yeah. Okay. So with Ted still there, I'm gonna like go over to Ted and just gently, Ted.
What was that?
There's something. There's something in the woods over there.
What? He says loudly. What?
Something in the woods over there.
All right. Get the gun and get my little hunting knife that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll con to see if I actually got through the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that con of 70 is nice. Yeah, so I'm sobered up a little bit enough. I'm going to go to roughly where Donnie's pointing.
Okay. Do you have the flashlight with you?
Yes.
Okay. Make a spot hidden roll for me.
That is a 32 under 55.
So regular. Okay.
Yep.
So you shine the flashlight, and for a second you feel like you catch a glimpse of like really pale skin low to the ground, not your height. And then there's some skittering. And you can see this, you can kind of hear and sense this movement away from you. Like it's dragging itself away from you. Do you want to follow it?
I don't want to necessarily chase after it, but I want to go a few feet out and sort of like maybe try and intimidate it. So if it's going to run, it'll keep going. So maybe I'll see it better. Maybe I'll scare it away.
Okay. So you're like, hey, get out of here.
Go on.
Make yourself sound big. Go on, get.
Yep.
Yeah, you hear more dragging, skittering noises. It does seem like it's a single thing moving away from you. And then it kind of just settles.
Kind of shuffling back to camp.
As you shuffle back to camp, it's Donnie and Ted?
Yeah.
That are awake? Yeah. Okay. So, maybe Ted, you're looking at, or Donnie, you're looking at Ted, and Ted, you're looking at Donnie, so you can see beyond the river. And at first you think it's like a fog, but this isn't a fog. This is like, it's like black tendrils reaching out from the river itself. And it's not solid. It does look like mist or fog, but it is creeping very quickly toward your campsite. What do you do?
I see this?
Yes, you do, because you're staring at Donnie, who's staring back at you. So you're kind of like staring out, like toward the river.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yelling.
Whoa. What is it?
Over here, away from the river. Get over here.
Don't have to ask me twice.
Larry, do you get up?
Yeah, I awake and I stumble to my feet. What's happening?
And you can see, Larry, as you kind of stumble to your feet, these tendrils are moving rapidly toward the campsite. And in fact, one of them kind of coalesces into like a tall black figure, and it's pressing toward you very quickly.
No, I'm running.
Okay. Is everybody running?
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to keep pressing on against us.
Yeah. These figures, they're now like kind of becoming solid black figures that are just pressing toward all of you.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to group up with all them and be like, all right, we got to go. And having the flashlight, I'm going to point it down. That way they can at least group up on me. And I guess I'm going to head back towards that logging camp, at least
Okay.
further inland.
Everyone can make dex rolls for me.
That is an +6.
Very good.
Ooh, nice. I rolled a 1.
Very nice.
I failed by 1. I think I spent that luck to make it
Okay.
a success.
And Margot, how do you do?
Can I use luck on this?
Sure.
I just needed 3 points to pass, so I'm gonna.
Okay, so you're running. You don't hear the things because they move very quietly. Make another roll for me. Dexterity, please.
Regular success.
Yeah, regular success. Uncle Ted, what are those things?
I don't fucking know.
Extreme. I'm leading the pack.
Excellent. Donnie.
I got a hard success.
Okay. So I think, Margot, you are the slowest of everybody with those rolls. So, Ted, you notice that Margot is kind of not keeping pace with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Uncle Ted, help! Wait.
Yeah, for the regular success, I'm going to lag behind to make sure she doesn't get left. So I'm going to fall back to the rear with her.
One of these figures catches up to you, and you can see suddenly, both of you see this. I think you're pace with each other.
Mhm.
Ted, you recognize in this, it's just completely black. It's kind of this smoky figure, but in the middle of it is the face of Perry staring at you. And it says nothing. It opens its mouth and it's like moving its mouth as if it's saying something, but it says nothing. Margot, you don't know who this is. You just recognize like the face of a man.
Uncle Ted, who is that?
I'm going to roll sand real quick. Damn, that beer is helping, I guess. It's a 26 under 54. So
Okay.
holding it for that. I don't really know what I'm seeing, but I'm not panicking enough right now. Margo, you say, who is that? I'm just going to say, not fucking good. I'm going to try to just loop an arm sort of around Margot's side. And if you want, I'll do like a strength and dexterity roll, but I am trying to hoist her away from whatever this is.
Yeah,
if it's
I like
Perry,
that.
I'll kick his ass again. All right. That's 67. So it would be a pass for. Oh, I can spend 2 luck if I need to make another dexterity again. But
no, so you're trying to like push Margot away from it?
Basically, yeah. I'm trying to hoist her away because.
Yeah. So you kind of shove Margot ahead of the group, and you can feel these delicate tendrils from Perry start to wrap themselves around you, almost like an embrace. Donnie, Larry, Margot, what are you doing?
Okay, so that thing is like grabbing him.
Yes.
Okay, I just need a second. I need to read something real quick.
Sure. While you do that, Donnie, Larry, what are you doing? Are you just running? You guys are just goodbye?
I suppose at some point I would kind of look over my shoulder because Ted's got the light,
Mhm.
and I would notice probably
with
the
your
light.
1 in the first roll, you are the furthest ahead of everybody. So you turn around. Larry's pretty close behind you because he gets an extreme in the second roll. And then Ted and Margot are far lagging behind. And Margot's maybe turned to look at Ted. Ted is being enveloped in this mist.
And I'm like, oh, shit.
What's happening? I say while I run towards you.
Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna get got by whatever that is.
And the shadows are not just stopping at Ted and Margot. There are more shadows that pass them, and they're coming for the 2 of you. What do you do?
Jeez.
keep running.
You keep running. All right, Larry's running. Margot, you said you were looking at something. Do you have an idea of what you want to do?
Yeah. So for now, I'm just gonna keep running, but make sure Uncle Ted makes it out too.
Donnie?
So
Yeah, I get you. Margot's running.
I see Larry just haul it, and so I'm just now. I don't recognize Perry in the.
The closer it gets to you, the more you realize it's Perry. Perry's staring at you. Larry's probably not going to notice because Larry's just taken off.
Yeah. Okay. If I
And it's like
recognize
many faces of Perry. It's not just one. It's like the figure coming at you and the figure that's coming for Larry. It's all Perry.
Yeah. I'm going to do something stupid. Can I sing to Perry?
Sure. What are you singing to him?
I'm going to sing a new song that came out, Lean on Me.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to stand your ground and sing.
I'm going to sing to Perry. That's who I'm singing to.
Ted, what do you want to do as Perry kind of starts to envelop you?
Here is a question. Does it seem feasible for me to try and bust ass and sprint out of all of this? Or does it seem like kind of game over? I can feel it pulling me in. If it's the latter, okay. Does it feel corporeal or does it feel more ethereal?
Ethereal.
Okay. I still think I'm going to say not this time, motherfucker. And I am going to try and sprint as hard as I can rather than turn around and try and deck him. Okay. Are we playing Delta Green? That's a 22, so a hard success.
Okay. Donnie, you just start singing Lean on Me to Perry. And Ted, as you can see, like you see that Donnie is just standing and singing. And then you can see that this shadowy figure envelops Donnie and then drags Donnie into the earth. And Donnie is gone. And now all you see in front of you is Margot running, Larry running far ahead of her, and more shadows chasing both of you. Or all three of you, really.
Donnie! Larry, you just hear that yell coming from behind you.
Holly, I'm gonna send you a message real quick.
Sure.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but that doesn't seem like something I can resolve with violence. So yeah, I'm just going to keep running and make sure Margot doesn't fall behind. But I'll just bring up the rear.
Okay. I'll let Margot finish what she's typing. Okay.
Nathan, can you do like a dreamy kind of transition?
So, Larry, Ted, Margot. Make one last dexterity roll. See if you can break free and run for maybe that shed that's in the logging camp.
Okay.
Regular.
I got an extreme.
Oh yeah, Margot's just bam. Ted?
Regular.
Okay. They will make hot 6. Larry was far enough ahead. Yeah, Ted, I think you've been enveloped. You feel the mists envelop you and drag you into the ground. Larry, Margot, you run for the shed, the maintenance room, whatever, the office. Sorry.
Okay.
Larry, do you just slam the door behind you, like in Margot's face, or like how do you do it?
Are we there at the same time, or
I think you're a step ahead of Margot. You can hear her behind you, probably, like
do we have a
breathing
little?
heavily.
Did we get a little bit of distance in, or are they right behind us?
Why do you have to think about this?
They're on your heels.
I close the door.
You slam the door in Margot's face. Margot, what do you do?
Oh, you prick insurance bastard. I hit the door kind of I put my hands out to stop my face from hitting the door, and I try to scramble like around the corner, I guess.
Make one last dexterity roll for me. Maybe you can kind of fumble the door open. I doubt Larry would have locked it in the time it took you to get there. Make one last roll.
He's standing behind the door, but kind of scared, like just standing behind it, like
I did make a regular success on the dexterity.
Okay. You open the door, wrench it open, throw yourself inside.
And
you notice that Ted and Donnie are gone.
Oh my God. I do this thing where like I just do this on Larry's chest, like, you were gonna let me die.
I didn't know if you got in here in
At
time
the
or not.
windows, Larry, you can see the face of Perry staring at you. And then
Who is this guy?
they're gone. And then you all wake up. Larry and Margot, you're at the campsite. Ted and Donnie, you're near the logging camp. But you all wake up. Ted and Donnie, you feel a weird buzzing in the back of your skull.
What the fuck?
Uncle Ted?
The sun's shining brightly. The birds are singing. The river looks peaceful.
Stumble outside my tent.
Hearing Margot yelling, I think, just kind of sitting up. Margot?
Yeah, you definitely hear Ted.
I'm at the campsite.
I'm gonna help Donnie up. Are you okay?
No, not.
I know the feeling. Did you sing "Lean on Me"?
Yeah. I didn't know. I thought it would help. I thought it would. I just thought it would. I thought it would help.
I mean,
everyone recovers whatever the recovery rate is for sleeping with health. Call of Cthulhu.
I don't actually know.
Apologies, I don't remember.
One or something?
Yeah, recover health. Yeah, I think you're right.
No, I mean it was nice. Don't get me wrong. Okay, that wasn't a dream.
No.
I watched you get like pulled in. That was Perry, right?
That's what I saw.
Oh fuck. Okay. Let's get back to camp. I need a beer.
It's like a great idea. I think I'll have two.
So you're staring at your camp. Margot and Larry are there. They seem fine. You guys seem fine. Shaken, but fine. What do you do? It's a beautiful day outside.
Was that all seemed like a dream, but why were we in different places?
Yeah.
So
this is weird.
We all saw the same things, right? Like that wasn't sleepwalking.
Yeah. So Margot, you asked. I think the face that we saw in this shared dream was the face of an old friend.
Why is he in that smoke?
No idea. He died 10 years ago.
Yeah. We I don't know. Shit. He sits down, snaps open a beer, hands it to Donnie, snaps open a second one. So Margot,
I guess I get myself one then.
yeah, you seem to take care of yourself just fine. Yeah, that
I get Margot another beer.
honestly, like, yeah, I'll hand a beer to Marco. Be like, we need to have a come to Jesus meeting. Yeah, that guy he was an old buddy of ours. We were having a cabin party, you know, like you do when you're in your 20s. You'll get to look forward to those soon. Don't drink the punch, by the way. Anyway, and he he tried to jump me, attacked us. Things happened, and then he disappeared. So
You killed him?
no, I did not. But somehow he ended up here, or this is some kind of a fucking ghost wearing his face. I don't know. But I think you should know he already came around and attacked us once. Whatever the fuck that was isn't good. If you see that face again, you run.
Why would he want to attack you?
I would say you're going to have to ask him, but I hope to God I never see his fucking face again.
We should just get out of here.
Yeah. Let's get in the canoes. Let's try that bridge plan, right? You said that we could just go over to the bridge, just climb up on the other side, and we'll fucking hoof it back out.
Yeah.
I mean, they have our trucks at the end of the river. Fuck, if they know about the logging thing, like our trucks are fucking done for. But maybe we can just hitchhike.
Yeah, when you mentioned that he attacked us, the rest of you can see that Larry's a bit like looking at you oddly, but that's about it. And doesn't say anything. And then says, I mean, we mentioned the canoes mostly okay. If we can cross the broken bridge that way, sure.
Okay. So I will, you can do whatever plan you like. I will say that your best maps of the area are of the river, and you know where the end of it is. And the forested area is not an area you're familiar with. But if that is what you would like to do, then you're welcome to do that.
Hang
So is
on
your plan
second
to-
thought. If we have some fucking murderous rednecks around here, maybe we shouldn't
but-
just follow the road. And
Do we?
entirely up to you guys. I'm dead serious. Whatever you guys want to do, we will do it.
I feel like my time is literally and metaphorically running out, and we need to maybe we know where the end is on this map here, so maybe we just hoof it and get to the end. Fuck camping second night. We'll just try and hit the trailhead and get out.
Well, if we go on the river, should we do what that book said and stay to the left?
Book said stay on the left.
You need to stop drinking. Yeah. It said something about that. The passageway is safer on the left side or something, and that we'd have to lift up our boat sometimes.
What?
Yeah. Hold on.
Lex remembers, but yeah, Ted has no fucking memory. He was half blitzed by the time you were reading all of it. So, I mean, if you say so.
Says the narrow passage is thrice deadly. The vessel must oft be carried aloft. Safe passage always on the left-hand path.
Okay.
Given what I saw last night, that's not crazy. I'm happy to do that.
He's got a point.
Yeah. Thrice Deadly sounds fun.
Yeah, you can go that way if you want.
No, I'm good.
Maybe the river was pretty shallow about the time that Donnie fell out. So maybe that just means that there's rocks up ahead. We'll need to carry the boat some. So put your wetsuits on. Be ready to have to get out of the boat a couple of times.
Yeah, just let us know when it's the time to do that. I don't think that I will be able to tell before it's too late.
Yeah, let's do that. Anybody want a bologna sandwich?
I'm
Sure.
not hungry.
Okay. So you guys load up your canoes, get in the river. You see where that bridge fell down. Um, it's pretty obvious now that you have all this information that someone sabotaged this bridge. Maybe if you didn't know, it would look as if the bad weather had carried it away, but you can see the chainsaw jagged marks in the wood where someone has clearly cut away this bridge. It's a beautiful day, as I said. You can see little deer drinking water on the side of the river as you load up the boats. The birds are singing. It's a pretty lazy day. Who is in what boats and which canoe is in the front?
Do we want to stick with the same order or swap folks out?
I mean, it worked pretty well last time.
Yeah, I think Margot, she seems to know her way around a boat, so
Yeah.
we can split up that way.
All right.
Donnie, try paddling with your left arm this time, not your right.
I'll do my best.
So you guys get in the boats. You start paddling. It's pretty calm. The first hour or two of the day goes by pretty lazily. You can hear the rapids coming ahead. Make spot hidden rolls for me.
Ooh. 99.
Ooh,
Woo.
I will spend 1 point of luck to make that a success.
Donnie, Larry.
I did not succeed.
Okay. So, Ted, you feel like maybe, you second guess yourself because no one else seems to react to this, but you swear to God, you can see two men in camouflage on the side of the river and they're walking and it's like they're looking at you and they're walking along and they're following you along the side of the river.
I don't shout it to everyone, but I will say to just Donnie and kind of tilt with my head that, well, they know we're here.
And I'll try to give like a nonchalant look in that direction.
Yeah, now that he points it out, you can see these two guys in camo and they're just tracking your boat like they're walking along, kind of keeping pace with your boat.
Do we want to try and pick up the pace and get past them?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
So do you say anything to Larry and Margot, or you just kind of let's get going?
I'm gonna paddle a little faster, and I just want to say, again, nonchalantly, like, we're burning daylight. Let's try to pick it up, huh? And you can clearly tell that Ted's nervous.
Okay. Larry looks at you a little bit quizzically and then says, you're right. That's
They're following us on the river, on the bank.
the fog?
No, rednecks from the bar.
And as you're kind of muttering to him and saying like, "Look, there's some guys along the side of the river," splinters explode from the back of Larry and Margot's boat as a gunshot rings out across the river. You can hear whooping and hollering, and behind you is the canoe with two more guys. They look like the loggers, Ted and Donnie. And they're paddling, they're paddling at a distance, but they're paddling, and one of them has a gun. And then the other two are paddling, and he's clearly the guy that's just taken a shot at you. You can see the two guys on the riverbanks now. They've slung rifles, and they're aiming. What did the four of you do? You can paddle, of course. You can continue to paddle, try to out paddle them, or any other action that you could think of.
I only have 3 bullets. So I'm going to yell, "Get down and haul ass!" and try paddling for my life, literally.
Okay. So same type of rolls: pilot, canoe, or hard decks, and then a strength roll.
Okay, heat's on. That is a pass on the pilot canoe.
Okay.
And strength.
I spent the luck to make it a success.
Donnie, how do you do?
I did well. That was a hard success.
Okay. And Margot?
Did not do well.
Okay. If you fail, then I need a D10 roll. And Larry, you said you did well? Sorry.
I succeeded, yeah.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. So Margot, another shot rings out, and you get a graze on your arm. It just tags you a little bit. You take 1 damage, as nothing embeds in your arm. It's not too serious, but you can feel it, and that scares you, and you start panicking. These people are shooting at you. Ted and Donnie, you guys pull ahead of Larry and Margot's canoe as Margot is struggling. You can hear the shot ring out. You hear her cry out. Like, there's chaos unfolding all around you at this point. So, let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh.
So the two guys on the riverbank have their rifles pointed straight at you guys. And Donnie,
Oh,
you take, what's your health, Donnie?
I am currently at 9.
Okay. Donnie, you take 7 damage. Larry, you take 6. Shots are ringing out. There's chaos. The two guys behind you, like, you can hear bullets like whizzing past you as people are like shooting and missing, and the guys behind you are clearly like trying to maneuver a boat and shoot at the same time. Larry, you look behind you, and one of the guys in the canoe is, and they're making ground a little bit on you and Margot. Has a stick of a hunk of dynamite in his hand, and he looks like he's about ready to light it, and he's just like cackling with wild glee. And we go again. What does everybody want to do?
Do we have to take like a con save to stay conscious with that?
Oh
much
yes,
damage?
sorry. Thank you for remembering.
Yeah, I failed that. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
down.
Yeah, Larry passes out. Margot, you're panicking. You've been shot. Larry's lying on the canoe. Donnie?
I did pass my con check.
Okay, good.
So I'm still up. I'm just paddling. Like, that's the only thing I know to do.
Like crazy. Yeah, I get you. What's everyone else doing? Margot, Ted?
Continue to paddle and try to stay left, because that's the only thing that I have to go off of.
Sure. Yeah, I got you. Ted?
I'm assuming as Donnie got hit, like the boat is slowing down a solid amount. Margot's shot, she's also there flagging behind us a little bit. So I am going to attempt something very stupid.
Okay.
I want to stand up in the boat, grab the revolver and try and shoot the dynamite in the guy's
Okay,
hand,
I
or at
love
least
it.
shoot at the guy with dynamite. I have fucking 20 in handgun, and I have 39 luck. I am prepared to use it. God damn it.
Yes.
And it's not gonna do shit for an 80 on the die.
That's okay. The shot just goes wild, but you know, you don't. Nothing crazy happens
You have
other
two
than
more.
that. Donnie and Margot are paddling, so make your paddle rolls. Strength or hard dex or pilot.
That makes sense. I just got shot really hard, so I rolled a 93.
Oh my god. All right. Margot, how are you doing?
Not well on the decks.
Okay. So both of you roll d10s for me. With nobody successfully paddling Ted and Donnie's boat, the guys are gaining very quickly on you. Margot?
I rolled a 9.
A what? Sorry?
9.
A 9. Okay. A confession. In this danger, this fear, that this chaos surrounding you, a truth about yourself spills from your mouth almost unbidden. Share something with the rest of the group about your dark secret.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Never forget you have powers, by the way. You all do.
I've seen these people before.
Margot knows these people. Donnie, what was your failure roll?
7.
All right, Donnie, this is much, much more than you have bargained for. This was supposed to be a boys' trip. Now you're all of a sudden you're being shot at. There's decapitated bodies. There's weird babies playing mandolins. Make a sanity roll.
Okay, that's actually a 9.
Okay. That's really good. Okay. You take 1 sanity damage. This is a lot to take in, but you kind of steal your resolve. All right. Mr. Dynamite lights the stick, throws it, but it goes completely wild and explodes in the water, jostles your boats. But other than that, nothing happens. The hunters on the banks. Let's see. Okay. And then the one in the canoe. All right. Donnie, take 7 damage as one of the hunters on the banks. Just absolutely. Yeah.
That puts me into the negative by 5. So
If I may, I am standing up in the canoe with a gun and making myself a bigger target. Does that change who?
Donnie, do you realize that you have additional powers, by the way? Go take a look at your additional powers.
I was looking at that. Is that under the rewards part?
Yes. So the way that those work is that you have a reward that you can gain by an act. So you describe this act, what do you do, and you gain that reward. And I'm sorry, I should have clarified this, and I didn't. Each of those rewards is something that you can use one time in this scenario, and that goes for everybody. I apologize. I should have
Okay.
said that. So, Donnie, you get hit.
Yeah.
Hard, like bullet straight through your forehead. Do you do anything?
Yes.
As you go down, as Ted sees Donnie, the back of Donnie's skull just open up, and he falls into the canoe. What do you do?
I guess it's just sort of anything I could describe.
Anything you want to describe as your act? Yes.
Anything. So, I just let out a note, a vocal note that is this really somehow pretty note of song that comes out of me as I do that. And can I restore myself to full hit points?
You can restore yourself to full hit points.
All right.
It's like this Donnie is surrounded by this beautiful song, and Ted, what you thought his head just opening up and spraying blood everywhere, it just isn't. It heals itself right back up. Donnie stands or sits back up, picks up that paddle, keeps going. You look down at yourself, and yeah, that looks like Donnie's blood on you, but there's Donnie.
Is this a sanity roll situation, or do I have bigger things to
Sure, you
worry
can make a
about right
stand.
now?
Well,
Okay.
you know what? I'll let you decide. Actually, I'll let you decide.
I think I'm more concerned with survival, and it's just like a not quite comprehending, but it's going to hit me big time if we make it
Sure.
out of it.
I can understand that. Margot, you take the other shot for 3 damage as one of the gentlemen in the canoe manages to somehow accurately shoot you. And what does
I'm
everybody do?
gonna scream in pain, and so does the river ahead? How does it look?
You see a distinct fork in the river.
Okay,
And, there's a left, there's a right. The guys are on the right bank. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna tell Larry, like, shoot for the left fork.
Larry's still unconscious.
Larry is unconscious.
Oh shit! Well, then I'm gonna just try to steer us left and duck,
Okay.
like get down low and try to steer us left.
Okay. Ted, Donnie, what are you doing?
I'm going to be paddling. I'm going to follow Margot.
Okay.
Go left.
Ted?
Is because we all kind of fucked up at about the same time, is there any way that I can sort of lean and grab onto the front or like to one of the sides of Margot's canoe, since Larry isn't really around to help paddle, but kind of keep our canoes together, and then just half-assed, I'll take a penalty die to try to keep paddling on that, but
Sure.
trying to get us all out of there.
Sure. Okay. Everyone make their respective rolls.
Okay.
All right. I rolled an extreme.
Oh yeah. Donnie has got the spirit in him, and he is paddling like a maniac.
Yeah.
Margot, how'd you do?
I did get my dex.
Excellent. Ted,
Do I need to roll pilot or
your choice.
the strength or whatever?
I'll let you make that choice.
I mean,
So
I'm a
you're
lot
keeping the
better at
canoes
strength.
together.
Yeah.
By all means.
Okay, in that case, I'll just do strength and try to paddle as hard as I can, because I rolled a 55 with a penalty die, which is over my regular river. So yeah, I'm not accurate, but just aiming left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you roll? Or you 55 was your roll?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So with Donnie's extreme success, Margot's pass, Ted's pass.
If I can use strength,
Yeah.
it's a pass. Otherwise, I'll need to burn luck.
So you guys collectively pull ahead, and you are finally gaining a bit of ground on the assholes in the canoe behind you. You veer to the right, which leaves the guys on the shore at a distance away from you as you kind of paddle in this rocky formation. It starts to separate you from their view. The guys are going to follow you in the canoe to the left, but you finally gain some ground. Larry is not doing too hot, I assume. Make another con roll for me, Larry.
I'm going to bonk him with my paddle. Like, wake the fuck up! Does it wake Larry up?
Can I do a roll or something?
Yeah, make a con roll.
Okay. No.
Okay. Okay. Everyone, give me one more roll. Let's see if you can pull ahead of these guys and maybe lose them in the rapids.
I succeeded. I got a regular.
Margot?
Can I push the roll?
Absolutely, you can push the roll.
Ooh, can I push the roll?
Absolutely.
Okay. In for a penny.
All right.
Nothing bad ever happens on pushed rolls.
Margot, how'd you do?
It paid off. I this time did it.
Okay. You gain more ground. You can hear the shots from the 2, 3 well, one of the assholes just had dynamite. Yeah, they're kind of ringing out around you, but it's not successful. They seem to be hitting the rock. Maybe they're a little drunk, kind of judging by their whooping calls. It's, anybody's guess. You see a clear exit point that you could get off if you wanted to. Ahead of you is this giant fallen tree in the middle of the river. So really your options are get off here or attempt to get over this tree, and it will be incredibly difficult. You're enough ahead of the guys in front of you that you could pull off and maybe get in the underbrush. It's all wooded in this area. What do you want to do?
Is this one of those holding it aloft things?
It could be. Do you think that we could make it through that by doing that?
Well, I just meant grab the canoes and turtle shell them till we hit another point where we can hit the river again. I don't think we can climb over the tree.
Yeah. So the tree is like at a level that we couldn't go under it with the canoes like this.
Correct. And if you listen, you can hear that this is like a steep drop off. So potentially some type of waterfall comes after the tree.
Okay, let's take the canoes out and walk to below the fall.
Also, a question on logistics. Are these canoes big enough to potentially just hold all 4 of us, or is it really a 2-person canoe?
You could do 4 in a pinch. They're meant to hold 3, but you could do 4.
Do we want to all be in the same boat?
I mean, if we're going to have to hoof it like that, we may need to travel light just to hit the end of the river. I can dump the coolers and whatnot, so we won't have any supplies with us, but...
How's everybody doing?
And at this point, Donnie's little siren song is hitting me. And that is a failure on San. Well, Donnie fucking wait, what the fuck? You died. I saw, this is Donnie.
Just a scratch.
Did you guys pull off? You pulled off the river?
Yeah, okay.
On the river? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Larry, how are you feeling?
Larry's unconscious, so.
God, still get up. Is there anything we can do to get him back to
First aid would at least restore him to consciousness, like
let me
stabilize
see
him.
what I've got.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that had the first aid kit. I've got 40, so like
Okay, I've got a pretty
Better than
decent
me.
one. They just did this in gym class. They just taught us how to
you put iodine
Treat
in their
gunsh-
eyes, right?
how to treat gunshot wounds in gym class?
Yes, it's the United States.
American public school
yeah.
system. Come on.
Okay.
And I think some of you actually have some abilities that could help Larry as well, if you choose to use them.
Let me see. I don't know if mine can.
I don't think yours can. But regardless, you pull off, you get out of the canoe, you pull Larry out of the canoe. Do you guys like hide in the foliage? What's your plan?
I'm thinking maybe just visually we come up on the river and toss Larry out of the boat. Maybe Donnie and Margot can pull Larry up. Ted is going to pull the canoes up out of the water, and we're just trying to hit the brush as soon as possible. unlikely that it'll be enough to throw the other hunters off our track, but, bringing that in. So that'll give Margot or Donnie time to first aid on Larry to wake his ass up.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to start that immediately.
Okay. So you kind of pull yourselves into the brush. You start taking care of Larry. You can hear the hooping and the hollering of the guys. They clearly sound drunk at this point. They don't seem to, they get out of their canoe on the opposite side of the bank. And then their voices kind of disappear into the forest that way. So for a moment, you have time to just relax. Who's making first aid rolls?
So I did one. I just needed to use 1 point of luck to make it a regular success.
Okay. So Larry, you kind of pick yourself up. You're
Larry,
not
wake
feeling
up!
great.
Wake up, Larry.
How much health do you have, Larry?
4.
Okay. Ted, you're like dragging the canoes. You pull out your supplies. That moonshine is just in and amongst all of it.
Do I feel drawn to it in any way?
You remember it made you feel really relaxed at the bar. I don't know how you would feel about that personally.
Honestly, at this point, I'm more thinking of them to make Molotov cocktails because fuck these
You
guys.
are welcome to hang on to it as a Molotov.
But yeah, I think I'm dumping all this stuff and just grabbing sort of the bare essentials or weapons or something, and the summer sausage. Uh, that's part of the essentials. And just getting ready to essentially carry one of the canoes kind of on my back while everyone else kind of hoofs it ahead.
Okay.
Did we drop these assholes, or what happened?
Sounds like it. I think that they are on the other side of the river.
I don't want to be that guy, but are we there yet? How long do I have to go?
Almost, Larry. Almost.
It's certainly not as long as it has been.
So on the map, are we sort of where we see there's the spindly, tapery off point? Would that be the left and right fork?
Let me check. Yeah, you made it a bit past that fork.
Okay.
So yeah, and the right, because if you're looking at it, you're coming this way. So the left keeps you going toward the terminus of where you were going to meet your trucks. What do you guys want to do?
So now that
Larry struggles back to his feet.
Yeah, Larry, you kind of pull yourself up.
So that's like one thing in this whole ordeal that I can like get a little excited about, and I'm like, yes, Larry's back. But yeah, Larry. We got to get these canoes past this waterfall.
Okay. He looks around. How big is the drop?
I don't know. Do you want to stick your head back out there and look? Those fuckers still have rifles.
It's not going to be easily navigable. So to kind of give you an idea of what this area looks like, you have find the notes. So this is all pretty dense foliage. You have a trail. The trail you can kind of pick up and carry the canoe as you like. It's going to be tough going to kind of get in and around this stuff. Your canoes are damaged at this point after all of the shooting. So you're not sure how well they'll hold water, but what's up?
Could I potentially use my craft carpentry to try and repair a little bit on the canoes, or at least patch one of them up to carry us?
It could take some time, patch up the canoes.
I have
it's going to take maybe an hour or two.
I mean, unless they want to come shoot at us. I mean, I have 55 in carpentry, so might as well try to get us out of here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hell yeah, 42. So regular success on that.
Okay.
I think
I'm
I'm committing to the just single boat thing, so kind of scavenging parts off of one to tie up another.
Okay. So you guys pick up your canoes and you start the trek. I need, if you're doing one, everyone can make me con checks that's actually helping to carry the canoe. Because this is to kind of keep it aloft. Okay.
no.
I'm of no help.
Nope.
Same.
Ted's the only one that got it.
Yeah,
Okay. You get to a
literally
point.
carrying the group.
Yeah, you get to a point where Ted, if Ted is the only person that can carry it, you're gonna be dragging the back of it along the ground, and it's basically impassable at this point to like keep carrying the canoe. You can continue walking along the path, but with only one person actually being able to carry the canoe, it's not passable to carry the canoe with you. As you're kind of taking in the situation, you have one person very injured, your teenage niece who's not doing too well herself. You can kind of hear in the forest some humming. It's a man's humming. And the humming persists. And you can hear now there's more voices that join that humming. Ahead of you, you can see that there is a bit of a climb to get to, or climb down rather, but then there is a cave. What would you all like to do?
I want to rip a chunk. I'm gonna like, yeah, I want to rip a chunk off of my shirt and tuck it into one of those jars and get ready to firebomb this fucking cave. I'm sick and tired of these guys' bullshit.
It doesn't sound like it's coming from the cave, to be
Oh.
fair. It's like coming from the woods around you.
Then I'm going to suggest we drag the canoe over to the cave to at least stay out of the way for a bit
Okay.
because everybody needs to rest up. I can't do this on my own.
That's fair.
Yeah, Larry's hesitant when you want to go into the cave, but he nods, and he's too hurt and tired to argue.
Okay. So you pull yourselves into the cave. You have the canoe with you. Yeah, you guys are exhausted. It's been hours at this point. Maybe the sun is starting to sink into the sky. And when you get into the cave, you can see that there are markings on the wall of like that broken circle that you saw in that book, Margot. And the cave seems to go in deeper. What do you guys want to do?
I'm guessing that we should take a rest here. I mean, do you think we should camp at the mouth of this cave?
I have to
don't
go
know.
back to the shore where I left most of the supplies, but I mean, yeah, we can. If y'all need a rest.
Yeah. How? What's the light situation? I heard that you can see a fire from miles away.
You can see a dark red color coming from deeper in the cave, further in the cave.
how about this? Ted has been mildly verbally abusing the group this whole time as he was carrying the canoe by himself. I don't think he's a very good person based on my abilities and everything. So I'm just gonna be like, all right, you just fucking sit on your ass here, and I'm gonna go get the camping stuff. So Ted is gonna go and try and get supplies, but you three can decide to go deeper into the cave if you want.
So, I'm sorry, Ted. You said you're gonna like come out of the cave. You're staying at the mouth of the cave. I'm sorry.
Based on what Donnie just said to try and camp, I am going to
Yeah.
try to backtrack and
Okay.
get some of the supplies to go back, leaving those three in the cave. But I have
Gotcha.
the gun with me.
I got you.
Yeah, we should stay in the cave.
All right. So
In
Ted,
fact,
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna see what's back in there.
okay. Ted, you're gonna go grab the supplies from kind of where you left them in the river, in the foliage and the brush. All right, Donnie, Larry, Margot. Margot's interested in going further into the cave. What about Donnie and Larry?
I don't really want Margot going by herself,
Mhm.
so I'll volunteer to go with her if she wants to.
Okay.
Larry will just stay at the campsite.
Okay.
And,
So Donnie, Margot, you go further into the cave. I would like for the two of you to make spot hidden roll. No, lesson rolls, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's a success. 56 under 60.
I need to check my listen real quick. Yes. Yep.
Okay. You hear like a pulse. It's not your pulse. It's definitely not your pulse. But you can hear it, like almost feel it in your ears.
Donnie, do you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
We should go check it out.
Okay.
There's a
I mean,
that bright light, that red light. It's not bright, it's kind of dim and dull, but you can clearly see it ahead. The cave forks to the left, to the right. To the left is that blood red color, that pulsing.
Do you think the left path is the correct way to go?
I think so. I have a good feeling about it.
Okay. Yeah. Now, you've been right so far, so I'm good to go.
Ted, you're gathering the supplies. You can hear that sweet, sweet humming. Those voices kind of coalescing together. They seem to be getting a bit closer to you, but not with much haste, if that makes sense. You go back to Larry. Well, you go back to the cave and you find only Larry there. Donnie and Margot are gone.
Where the fuck
they
is
went
Marco?
further in.
And you let them?
What am I supposed to do?
Unceremoniously dumping the stuff on Larry's lap. And just like, just fucking set up camp or something. Jesus Christ, man. And huffing, going into the cave loudly.
Okay.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Donnie, Margot, the cave opens up to you. And you can see a pool. Like a pool of water kind of at the edge of the cave. Its ripples seem to make the ripples on the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like the light, this weird internal light that you don't know where it's coming from is playing rippling shadows along the ceiling. And you can hear a young man's voice in the pool. And Donnie, you know it's Perry. And it says, "You're here. Oh, you came. Ah, thank God, Donnie. This is wonderful. Margot, I'm so glad you're home." This faint metallic odor just pervades the air in this area surrounding the pool. And you can hear the humming of that gentle tune coming from other places around in the cave. I need you guys to make sanity checks. If you've used one of your abilities, it has to be a hard. If you haven't used any of your abilities, it's an easy, or a regular, rather.
Well, I failed that regardless.
Okay.
I succeeded.
Excellent. So, Donnie, I'm just gonna put it in the chat. Ted, you get to the fork. On the left, you can see red glowing light. You can make a listen roll.
Oh, actually, a pretty good listen for someone that works in construction. That is a fail.
Okay. So you don't hear anything. Do you go
Yeah.
left or do you go right?
I have no cause for stealth in here, so I'm gonna shout, Margot! Oh, oh, oh.
Margot, you hear Ted.
Down here, to the left.
All right. I'm gonna go to the left.
So you find Margot and Donnie in this large cavern. Bright red light is emanating from this pool in the back. The ripples play shadows on the ceilings, and you can hear the voice of Perry. Ted, yes, you made it. Wonderful. Make a sanity roll.
25.
Okay. Yeah. This whole thing is fucking weird.
You motherfucker. Margot, we need to go.
Donnie, what do you do?
So I guess I should do what the card says, right?
Do what the card says.
I do what the card says. I just turn and I just sucker punch Ted right in the face.
Do I get a dodge or a fight back, or is it just a pure sucker punch? I'm fine with any way that this turns out. Donnie may not be.
Nah, I don't know if you would have noticed, right? I think maybe you just take it.
I think all my attention is on Margot and like Perry is the go. So yeah, go ahead, roll that damage.
Yeah. Okay. Too many windows open. 1d3. That is 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ted, you take a pretty good hit. Margot, you see Ted, Donnie just swing at Ted. Ted takes a punch on the jaw. Larry, you can hear that humming getting closer to the mouth of the cave.
How hurt am I?
You what? Sorry?
How hurt am I? Can I
You say
can
you
I
have
move
4 or 5 health.
or
Yeah, you can move.
yeah?
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
feel great, but you can move.
Struggle to my feet. Guys, are you okay?
They're fighting. Come help.
Shit. I'll grab 2 beer and go inside.
You grab a beer and you head that way.
2.
You find Donnie and Ted, scuffling. Ted, I guess, what is your reaction to this, right? Like, what do you do in reaction to being clocked on the jaw?
I think with everything that's going on, even though I've been passing most of my sand rolls, like this is just too fucking much. So I am a violent person by all indications on my sheet. So I am going to say, what the fuck are you doing? And just I'm going to punch Donnie in the gut as hard as I can, perhaps multiple times.
All right, very good. So this is what you walk into, Larry.
Do I get an opportunity to defend against
Yeah,
this?
I guess if you're in a fight at this point,
You can
it's
see this one coming, yeah.
Okay.
dodge and fight back. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to dodge if I can.
Gotta beat it hard.
No, I'd have to spend luck just to even pass.
okay, so you two are fighting back and forth. Make your damage rolls. That humming of many voices, you can see people starting to converge into this chamber from the branches of the cave. Larry, you'd kind of walked in on this fight, and you can hear that humming coming from behind you as well. And you see these people, they look local, the flannel, the beards. You see that woman from the general store all kind of surrounding you, welcoming you. And one of the guys gets down on his knees and says, "Oh, thank you, Daddy. Thank you. I'm here to praise your name." And they bring him to the river and they baptize him into the river. And he doesn't come out of the river. What are you all going to do?
I dealt 5 damage
Ooh.
to Donnie.
Whew.
I'm not
Donnie.
trying to kill him if I drop it down, but like knocking him out is
Okay.
Yeah, if you're at half health, that's a con roll.
Well, that's not quite half,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
It's one less than half.
Margot, Larry, what are the two of you doing? You're surrounded by these weird backwoods freaks at this point.
I mean,
Okay.
a few things are happening quickly. This is the fight between Ted and Brantley, and they are having ceremonies in the background or
Yes.
in the cave.
Yes. You are fairly surrounded by these followers of some cult. They keep talking about Daddy.
Get your shit together, and I throw a beer at both of them. Probably at Ted because he's the biggest one, and Donnie is on the ground.
I'm gonna yell out to Perry. Say, Perry, stop.
Perry laughs and says, "Oh, little sister, we'll all stop. Come join us in the river. Come down to the river to pray."
I'm not your sister. And I'm gonna try to wait, so we're surrounded by these freaking guys.
Yeah, they're not right now, not aggressive toward you. The woman from the store, she goes, "Margot, my sweet daughter, my baby, my child, you've come home. Welcome
not your
home,
baby."
Margot."
What is happening here, Ted?
so I am at an impasse because I only want to respond in violence.
Yeah, that's fair.
At this point, and oh shit, what I'm gonna do as Margot is just like, nuh-uh, that old lady that's coming up, I am just remembering everything she knew about the logging camp. She knew all this going on. I am
Yeah.
going to walk up and punch her square in the face. And what I'm going to do is one of my rewards for an act of inflicting terrible violence on someone whom I believe deserves it. I am going to get an automatic extreme success with a blunt weapon that is my fist. I want to fucking knock this old lady out.
You
Head
can
on
also
if
use
I
the
can.
beer can that I threw at you. If you
I
want.
also did you bring the moonshine with you as flame, whatever?
I
don't know,
wasn't
you
sure
were
if I
talking
still
about-
had it. That's why.
It's up to you. Did you decide my niece has gone missing? I'm bringing Molotovs with me into this cave. I will say that is your call.
Honestly, tell you what, I'm gonna roll luck to see if
That's
I
fair.
was smart enough for that. Now they would have been at the mouth of the cave
All right.
by the
That's fair.
time that I went back. But yeah, so I can either just try to kill this old lady with a Mike Tyson punch, or I can try and just pistol whip. But either way, I'm inflicting severe violence on her.
Make a roll.
Okay. Well, I already got an extreme success.
Sorry, make your damage roll. Yeah, make your damage roll.
Okay. Motherfucker. So that's max damage of 7.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Love it. You love to see it. She's cold out on the ground. Yeah, you punch her, your fist goes right into her mouth, teeth shatter, you see some flying blood, and she just goes down.
I feel the fist make contact and then give a bit more as her skull cracks in. She goes back flying, and then I pull out a gun, and yeah, with that revolver, I'm waving it around, and yeah, I'm saying like, nobody fucking move right now. Margot, we're getting out of here. Yeah.
All right. Donnie, one of the bartender puts like a hand on your shoulder and he says, "Brother, it's time to calm down." And he hands you the moonshine jug.
Don't drink it.
Um,
Drink deeply, brother.
I probably recognize this guy as
Yes, the bartender. Yeah, you
a
recognize him.
friend and a friendly kind of guy. Yeah.
He's like family.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to take a big swig of this jug.
Yeah, you do. You calm, but this is home. This feels good. Perry and the pool and these people, and you find yourself humming along with the rest of them. It's a good song.
Yes, it's
Larry, what
good.
are you doing?
I'm going to hide behind Ted and
Okay.
follow
So
them.
Ted, you're kind of waving the gun around, and the bartender says the same to you. Brother, it's time to calm down. And he reaches out to the moon with the moonshine jug.
I'm gonna slap it away.
She
Now,
can
little
slap it.
sister, I think it's time for you to calm down too. Come join us in the river. Come pray.
They don't get out of that river.
You
Just
see
saying.
some folks in the background have axes. And they suddenly the mood is shifting a little bit. So Ted, what are you doing?
So as Donnie seems to be gone, Larry and Margot are kind of bunched up behind me. Margot slaps the moonshine away.
Mhm. The jug shatters on the ground, and some of the people here are like,
Oh,
get up,
girl,
get
you know
out.
what I'm going to do now? I'm going to get a lighter and hold it on to that moonshine. I'm going to pop that Zippo and use
Oh,
the
do it. I love
fire
it.
as a barrier between us and them,
Mhm.
at least just for a second, to talk with the others and just say like, okay, we got to run. Ready? As soon as this goes, we're going to try to punch through them. All right.
Okay.
And one
Where are
arm
you going? Are you going back, further in? Where are you
Out.
going?
I think
Okay.
back out. Just try
Okay.
to punch through. I'm going to put a hand back and just tell them to like make a chain, and
Okay.
I'm going to try to bulldoze through them.
Okay. You light the fire. You turn. There's some like two men that were behind kind of had brought up the rear, and you're going to try to just rush them. Is that correct? A fighting brawl roll maybe, or shoot at them even? Your call.
So I have an automatic impale with something, so I thought about using it on the bartender. But honestly, if one of these two axe guys are going to be blocking the way, then yeah, I'm going to shoot and use another ability for automatic impaling strike.
Okay.
Gallagher one of their heads.
Oh yeah, he's Gallagher.
And go.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to book it out of there.
Donnie, what are you doing? The violence around you is swirling. You feel calm. The bartender says, "Will you be baptized in the river, brother?"
I don't know. I mean, I got a good life back in Los Angeles. I'd really just like to go back there.
Brother, you're home now. This is home.
I don't know. I don't know about all this.
And you can see Ted like lights the fire, turns around, shoots a guy in the head. His head just explodes. There's fire separating you between you and your group. I don't know how long it would burn, but it's there currently. What are you going to do?
I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna jump the flames.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Just
Make a dexterity roll.
okay. Alex was pretty good. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh wow, that's an extreme. That's 14 under
Hey.
75. Yeah.
So you jump that flame, land handily on your feet, maybe do like the roll pop up kind of thing, and then you're
Yeah.
running. Ted, the guy that was blocking the way that you didn't shoot is like, woo. So you guys are gonna run.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
take that moment
Yeah.
hesitation and then charge past him.
Okay. I'm assuming, despite the fact that it's dark out, you're gonna get the canoe, hit the river, and fucking paddle. Is that correct?
I am going to get that other Molotov that I made up
Oh,
at the
yes,
mouth of
please.
the cave
Yeah.
and chuck that behind us to at least act as another small barrier or another quick barrier, and then do that.
Okay. So you guys, you chuck the Molotov, you load yourselves in the canoe, you hit the river. It's dark. It's a scary like paddle through the night situation where you hit rapids and you only have like audio cues to know they're coming. But you hit the terminus and dawn. And you see your two trucks, or the truck and the station wagon there.
All right, who's got the keys?
Who does have the keys?
We gave them to the guys that drove them. Let's see if they left them inside or if we're super fucked.
The visor. They're under
The Terminator
visor.
2.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, the green-eyed gentleman did not leave your keys in the car.
Are these manual vehicles?
Sure,
Maybe
it's the 70s.
electrical.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, especially with the truck. Yeah.
Can we do the old school, like
Put it in
People-
neutral.
the rolling start thing and like pop, like
Oh, does that work? I have no idea how that all works.
Yeah,
If
if
it works,
you-
then sure.
yeah, if you put it in neutral, and then it's better if you go downhill. But if there's not a hill, if you get people to like push you fast enough from behind, and then you put it in first and let the clutch out, like it'll start without like
Okay.
the key. So
Okay.
Damn, I'm glad you read so many books, Marco.
I saw this in a movie
wait,
once.
yeah, well, I guess it wasn't that uncommon to do back then.
I feel like between like 3 adult men who have like probably driven stick their entire lives probably know that trick. I think I've seen I think I've seen it in a movie before. I don't think it's like some secret. So
they do it in there's a famous scene in Little Miss Sunshine.
Little
They do
Miss
it.
Sunshine is exactly what I was thinking. So you guys are like trying to get it started, and a police vehicle pulls up, and he's like, "Y'all need help over here?"
Wait, is this the local police?
It says whatever county this is in, whatever county sheriff.
What color are his eyes?
Do you like get up in his face and look?
Yeah.
Green, a serene green.
All set.
No, sir.
Oh, sure looks like you're in a pickle there, brother.
Just lost our keys. We had a spill out of our canoe in the river. Looks like they may have washed out. So just trying to get our truck going. I got license and
That's a
registration.
Damn shame. He looks over at Margot. Little miss, you all right? These gentlemen friends of yours?
Yeah, we're just trying to get the truck started. We're gonna get out of here. I got to get home and do my homework.
Do any of you have social rule?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bonus because Margot's got green eyes.
Larry kind of gathers himself and puts himself in front of the cop, quote unquote, and starts texting some sort of story where they desperately need to leave. And so bonus means I roll the
You
tenor
roll
dice
twice
again.
to take the better result. Yeah, roll the tens die.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a 10. That is an extreme success
Okay.
on fast talk.
He looks, he stares for a long moment at Margot and says, well, y'all get home safe now. He's watching
you.
over all of us. And he drives away.
Sure is. Sure is.
And you guys do the push and run. You get in the car, haul ass, and I'm assuming never go back to that river ever again.
Poor Donnie.
Donnie's with you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Donnie's with you.
He jumped through
He
the
recovered
fire
from the
and
Kool-Aid.
joined
Through
us.
the flame.
And I
Yes.
think about the time that we've gotten the truck started and everyone's sort of climbed in, we're getting things going. Margot hops in one of the seats. I look up and I'm like, well, I guess as good a time as any to tell you, you're adopted. And that's my end.
Yeah, jump cut. We play Lean On Me as the credits roll.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What do you
that
mean,
is Deliver Us from Evil. Deliverance Us from Evil, as I like to call it. Because straight out of Deliver, or some of the scenes are straight out of Deliverance anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So who was I adopted from?
This mountain clan of people whom you all seem to have the same colored eyes. That woman from the general store is your mom. Was your mom.
Oh, wow.
Rip in peace.
Yeah.
What was I'm still stuck on the little gremlin baby in the carriage, and then what we saw in the forest. Like, were there actually gremlins around?
Let me share my screen. I'll just show you what they're called, what they are. It's the baby and the goblins and the things skittering around your campsite are all the same thing. They're these little malformed brothers and sisters, I guess, of Margot. These are Daisy's children that she has created with Big Daddy. And Margot's the only baby that's ever not just been a little malformed gremlin. So Margot, you got off easy because
Where did you share this?
you came out pretty normal. Oh hell. Sorry, I saved it to my own thing.
Yeah.
I'm having an absolute senior moment over here. There we go.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to be that.
So yeah, I think you're the only successful normal child that Daisy's ever birthed, and the rest of them are these little monstery gremlins between her and Old Daddy. So that cave was your home. Old Daddy is your daddy, and Daisy was your mother.
Whatever this old daddy is.
Yeah, this entity that's kind of infected this area and has been here for a very long time, and has corrupted the people that live here, and they are all now his children.
So I take it Perry was one of the people of this area.
Perry, the night Perry went missing, he was lured by the cult. He kind of fell in with their ways, like Donnie, but then didn't break out of it. And Perry was in that pool. If you went to the pool, you would have seen his face floating around in it with lots of other people's faces. Any other questions?
Was the other the third member of that logging or the surveying party, was he just among the hunters that were around? Was he a wandering threat? Does it ever mention whatever happened to him?
It doesn't mention whatever happens to him. I guess you can assume he was also lured in by the cult or killed by them at some point.
Yeah. It was just interesting that they mentioned there was nothing at the lumber mill, but
right. Yeah, there's some things that I would like to reanimate about this, especially now on kind of reviewing or playing it rather. The river chasing, and if you guys had gone into the forest, you would have just been ambushed in the forest instead. So it is written as like a river chase scene.
Mhm.
And I cut it down because it is 10 rounds long of you guys paddling and panicking and being shot at. And the game tries to assume that you use your powers because like 3 or 4 of you have like healing powers. Like Donnie just has a power that anyone who's dead just comes back from the dead, basically. Um, and I think Larry has a healing power as well. And one or more of you has like the damage you take is now taken by someone else of your choice instead.
Yeah.
I can redirect damage, but it is the act itself feels a bit odd, and the problem was more that I felt that our only option really was to paddle, but it didn't seem to do anything.
That's fair.
Mhm.
The way that it's written, and I would love a better, like, there's no layout of it in the keeper handbook. There's nothing for me to share with you. It's like they start 60 feet back, and like every success that you get puts you further and further ahead of them. And every, failure just kind of puts you closer and closer to them, basically. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing as a keeper to keep up with it. And then if you fail, like all this other stuff's supposed to happen. I don't know. I chase stuff is also just not my bag. So maybe this I had fun with the theme, and I think it's a fun like grindhousey, like obviously it's deliverance type thing. But God, I hate the chase rules of Call of Cthulhu so fucking much.
Yeah. Is it already laid out as like the COC chase rules? Because I feel
Not
like that would be something I would want to plan, but I think that you paced it really well because like 3 or 4 rounds, it was just like, we got to get the fuck out of here or we're going to
Yeah.
just die. And I couldn't have done 10 of it.
Yeah, 10, it just, I remember playing, and not a knock on Alex, it was just like I remember playing it and it was like it just kept going, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And nobody has particularly good skills in any of that. Like
No,
Ted can
I
pilot
had
boat.
base handgun. I have
Yeah.
50 in rifles, but like I was waiting. It's like, okay, is there a moment I'm going to jump out of the boat and bum rush the guys on the shore to get a rifle?
Yeah,
I
and I should have left it as it's written. There's a revolver at the logging site. I think it would have just been better to give you the shotgun or the rifle rather. That probably would have just been the smarter move.
well, and I think, yeah, something that I struggled with is that Ted is the one who organized all of this, but like
Right.
I can just share the back of his sheet. I don't know what the fuck is like. I don't have any information about why and how I organized the trip, and so it's just like I didn't know if we had canoes or what have you.
Yeah,
And
that's ever told.
yeah, I think that giving everyone just a little bit more in terms of character details and cue cards,
I think that'd
and
be good.
perhaps giving something because we don't hit real danger until after the spooky lake tendril scene.
Mhm.
So potentially what I might do is the tendrils are fundamentally inescapable. It was a great scene with Larry like running into the logging site, shutting the door or something, but then like just have them coming in through the vents and then pulls
that'd be
everyone
good.
under.
Yeah, I like that.
Everyone wakes up with the buzzing head thing. You can determine it wasn't a dream, but then you can give them the cards that would give them the abilities.
Oh, I like that.
You're
That would be
tapping into
good.
something around in the
Something
area.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
and
that.
the more of these that you use, it makes it harder and harder to
To
actually resist
old
at
daddy.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
And
I like that a lot. Nathan, keep all of this. We're gonna take notes. I think that no, go ahead, Jan. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I would appreciate if we had like a common story of what happened with Perry back then, and then everyone could have the dark secret, which would add on to that. Because at the moment, I only had the information of the dark secret, and then Ted was going on like, "Yeah, he betrayed us," and something like that, and we fought him, and I'm like, I
That's
don't know
not your
any of
yeah.
this.
Your recollection of Perry is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I think
And
that
maybe that's the way it's meant to be. I don't know.
it feels very intentional that we have the conflicting narratives to sow mistrust or something
Right.
because
Yeah.
like yeah, and it's also like Margot is just my niece, so you're adopted, like I'm not your dad anyway. It's just it doesn't feel like my place to say, and the more that
Right.
was coming out, I was just kind of like I'm not going to fucking tell her because I want to get her the fuck out of here. Like I'm in charge of my brother's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was Margot in my game, and my Ted also did not ever tell me. He's like, feels like the wrong fucking time to tell anybody that they're adopted. When the moment you have peace, you find dead bodies at a logging camp. He's like, this is trauma. I'm not going to tell her now.
I absolutely would make Ted Margot's divorced dad.
I actually like that a lot better.
And so, like, he happens to have Margot for this weekend, and that's why, like, she comes along on the girls' night. I think that gives...
Also, it just feels weird. I'm like, who invites their 16-year-old niece on a guy's trip?
And like, I was going to have a moment when Dottie was just like, and I just watch her swim. I was going to I'm going to come up behind him with firewood and be like, watch it, fucker. But like, it's kind of odd. I do want to make a few tweaks to this as well. But it's a fun scenario.
Again, skills-wise, she's the most outdoorsy of all of us, so it makes sense that we bring someone along who knows how to make a fire and put up a tent.
I guess so. I think her being his daughter just automatically removes any kind of like, what the fuck is this about any of it? I am very sorry. I forgot to kind of brief you guys on the act and rewards. That was on me. I'm very sorry about that. So I totally forgot to tell you that.
Yeah. I think the only way that it can come up is when the role of Ted is antagonistic to Margot, basically saying, why do I even care about you? You're not even my kin. In that way, so that he can throw it at her like, you don't even belong to me.
Yeah.
In that kind of aggressive way, but I don't know.
Right. I think Dan played Margot very positively and helpful. Whereas, like, if I were in that role, I would have been a pain in the ass 16-year-old who was constantly trying to sneak out, get cigarettes, drink beer when no one was watching or what have you. And I think that it could very easily have had this friction of like, listen here, you little shit. And maybe that's why there was that added distance of uncle and niece. I suspect that maybe that was the intended image while writing. But yeah, if it's a positive relationship, then I think that it's just kind of, that distance seems more of a barrier.
And something else that I really don't love is the way the climax of all of this is written, because it is very confusing for me. Like, there's this like giant tree that blocks the river and you cannot go any further. And then it's like you get off, there's a path, and the path just leads you to a cave. And it's like, it never assumes that you guys get back on the fucking river, which is the way that you need to get home.
Well, and the way it was framed with the bridge, like the bridge actually felt like that was the next logical thing. Because that's something that it was
confusing for me. And it's like, and it keeps going because like, as written, and it does say it's optional if you feel like the players have already been through enough, you get out of the boat, you pull in the canoes, and then two guys with chainsaws started attacking you. And you're supposed to be like pushed to the cave. And I don't like how it feels like there's no natural way to get you there. I don't know. I never like lack of player agency like that. And then the cave itself is a huge labyrinth. There's like 10 different rooms written here. And I'm like, Jan is messaging me saying like, it's middle of the night. I don't have that much time left. I'm like, it's not worth going through all of this anyway. So we're going to skip to the big climax. Like, otherwise, you're just wandering in the cave, and there's a big chasm, and then there's crystals, and like it's just more encounters that.
So it's a bit outer worldly inside of the cave.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing that I'm trying to understand is, as you said, if it doesn't provide any more information on the mystery, do we really need the cave at all? Could we just have the cultists do whatever they do outside, because suddenly there was a river inside the cave, and I was like, what? Where are we right now?
Yeah, I guess I described that poorly too. It's just like a pool of water rather than a river.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it ties in with that surveying clue, because it was like getting into the red stones. And I actually, is another big compliment, if Nathan's keeping all of this part in, I don't often see whenever you get a handout that's supposed to be notes that actually feels like someone's notes that's in a shorthand. And so it may be inconsistent, but like, I thought that was phrased well. I just wish there was a plain text of it so that I can read it.
Yeah, that's
Mask of Nyarlathotep problem.
Like, it's just hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah, I don't know. I think that I want a better understanding of what that layout is supposed to be, because you have this map of a giant river. I think the way it's written, it's like, well, if you get off the river because there's the giant tree, then you follow a path, and the path takes you away from the river and into the cave. And why would anybody ever leave the river if that's your way home? I
Right.
don't understand. So I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
little confusing as written.
I think it's fine to have a linear scenario with walls,
Sure.
but I think that the issue is whenever those walls are too direct or just straight up like manhandle player agency. That if we just get
Right.
charged by two of the chainsaw things from Resident Evil 4, that's kind of like a, oh fuck, okay, fine, I'll keep going. But like putting, maybe if we got up to the bridge to do the road thing, we see like smoke, and that's where their cabins and things are, and there's activity from the different culty people, so we just know, oh, this is a hotbed of activity and not very bueno to go on, so we would continue on the river.
Back down the river. That's
The-
fair. Yeah, that's fair.
The tree on the waterfall doesn't, I was having a hard time visualizing it, and it was
It's not even, I couldn't make it make sense to myself, so I said it was a waterfall, but that's not even how it's described.
I mean, even if it's just a drop off, like,
Yeah.
do we have California redwood sized trees? Like, how fucking big
Yeah,
is it to
so,
carry a canoe over?
if the investigators reach the fallen tree, um, before the loggers, you can set up an ambush, blah, blah, blah. So water roils over rocks and debris as you approach a massive fallen tree that blocks the river. A frothy torrent whips around the partially submerged tree. Below the far edge of the tree, the river tumbles down into a dangerous pile of jagged rocks. The tree's slick surface makes safely climbing it impossible, and narrow, overgrown portage path is visible on the right river bank. To the left is a sheer cliff. So it's like, okay, you are going on this path, and I don't know. It visually didn't make, I couldn't picture it in my head correctly. I don't know.
It feels weird, and it also, as a player, feels contradictory to the clue that Dan interpreted in terms of it'll be thrice dangerous and you got to stick to the left. And it's like,
Right.
that sounds like I have to stay left on the river to get out,
Yeah.
not deviate, like carrying it aloft. Okay, we'll carry the boat aloft to get back to the river. And there's no reason for me to abandon it. Like, I only went with the cave because everyone happened to fuck up their strength rolls to carry the canoe.
Yeah.
So that actually felt kind of natural. I guess what you could do, since you have the creepy little gremlin children going around, is setting up walls by foreshadowing danger if you continue in a certain direction. So now you find lots of bones of small animals, and we hear more shuffling and things. So this is just where they have all the little gremlin babies in daycare or something, so that we would just know if we tried to continue going off road off this path, we're probably going to have Gremlins 3 all over us. And yeah, so then it's just like, we'll know that there's danger that way, and that can potentially be a way to funnel us back into the cave.
Because it even says, like, despite the dense foliage, the trail, no, that's the wrong thing. The path leads into thick woods up a mountainside. Like, why would you go up a mountain when the river is right there? Unless you had no other option, but it doesn't make it clear to me as the keeper, like, how do I prevent the players from keeping to the river?
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.